Unbelievable. Stephen Curry decided, no, the season's not going to end today. And the Golden State Warriors pulling off the upset in LA. Clippers, you suck. I mean, look, we're going to give credit to all the 3-point shooting tonight. The big Al Horford just draining three after three after three. Porzingis making 50% of his threes. The Golden State Warriors collectively made nearly 50% of their threes as a team. And that's the kind of night it was. But a lot of those threes were wide open because the Clippers suck and the Golden State Warriors survive another game. They're going to play Friday for the 8th seed. If they're smart, they lose. If they win, they drop 4 places in the draft and give up any hope of a lottery pick so that the OKC Thunder can beat the ever-living crap out of them. But for tonight, if you don't care about the future, if you're not a big picture person, you're celebrating. That was a hell of a win. That was a hell of a performance by Stephen Curry. And let's break it down next. We are powered by FanDuel, and the program is called the Golden Days. Welcome to the program. My name is Cyrus Saatsaz. You can follow me on Threads and Instagram at DogWild. Over on Twitter, my handle is at SurfJournalist. The program on both platforms at Golden Days Pod. We're brought to you by FanDuel. The Golden State Warriors covering a spread that started -3.5, went up to 5.5. If you bet the money line on the Golden State Warriors, congratulations. The line is already out for the Warriors and the Suns. They are going to play Friday, 7:10, the tip in Phoenix. The line for that game, again, the FanDuel Sportsbook already has it. The Phoenix Suns, 3.5-point favorites. The Warriors, plus 128, identical numbers to the Warriors and Clippers. So if you believe in omens and you want the Warriors to make the playoffs, things are heading in your favor. Otherwise, I don't know. I don't know what you want to bet on. I'm not touching any of these games when it comes to betting myself. Did not touch tonight's either. And the Golden State Warriors, they won tonight. Unbelievable. The player that sticks out to me, look, Kristaps Porzingis had multiple huge plays, including a putback dunk on a missed free throw. That was an offensive rebound. That to me is coaching 101. When your players cannot box out on free throws that the opposing team is shooting, there's something very wrong with you. I don't care how big the other dude is. Anyways, Porzingis had a hell of a night. Again, at Big Al Horford, an unbelievable night. But the guy that I want to give kudos to, and obviously Stephen Curry is your FanDuel player of the game. Steph was just unbelievable. Willed the Golden State Warriors to this win. Again, just was not going to accept a one-and-done season and a heroic performance by Steph. Unreal shit. But the guy that I want to really give credit to is Guy Santos. Gooey was incredible. I mean, every time that the Clippers looked like they were going to have momentum and start pulling away, they did not respect Guy. They left the dude wide open, whether it was for three-pointers, whether it was for just an empty lane to attack. And Guy took full advantage, tied for second on the team tonight in scoring with 20 points, grabbed 7 boards, dishes out 5 assists, was 2 of 4 from deep, 9 of 13 from the field. Look, Guy, bravo. Chef's kiss. You're already one of my favorite players. And again, Stephen Curry's going to get all the roses for this performance tonight. Draymond Green should get some acknowledgement, and rightfully so, for locking down Kawhi Leonard, who scored just 2 points in the fourth quarter, and that was at the very end when this game was already done. But Guy Santos, bravo to you. Massively huge game. I read all the stats already, 5 steals on top of that. But Stephen Curry, Wardell, of course, our FanDuel player of the game, plays 35 minutes, 47 seconds, 12 of 23 from the field, 7 of 12 from beyond the arc. Yes, that is above 50% shooting from deep. Incredibly, the one blemish on the night was a missed free throw very late in the game that ultimately did not cost the Warriors. Adds one board, dishes out 4 assists, adds a steal. And so Stephen Curry, our FanDuel player of the game, refusing to let the season end, 35 points, 7 made threes, shooting it above 50% again, from beyond the arc. Incredible, utterly absurd in terms of just numbers for a playing game, let alone any type of game. So kudos to him. Kristaps Porzingis had an unbelievable night. For a guy that has been in and out of the lineup all season, availability has been questionable. He was on a minute. All 3 of the minute restriction guys tonight were on fire. I already mentioned Steph. Porzingis, 3 of 6 from deep. That's 50 goddamn % from beyond the arc. A 20-point night for him. He adds 5 rebounds and 5 assists, 1 steal and 2 blocks. And then big Al Horford, he was the one that stuck the dagger in the back of the Clippers. The Clippers had this game under control in the fourth quarter. They had, I believe, a 9-point a lead in the fourth. Let me see what their biggest lead in the fourth quarter was, because this was a game that until the very end was a match of runs between these two teams. The Clippers start this game with a 12-2 lead. Warriors take a run and take a lead. Clippers have a run and take a lead. Warriors have a run and take a lead. That's what this was back. It was back and forth all night until the fourth quarter. And then Big Al Horford goes a perfect 4 of 4 from beyond the arc. 4 made threes on 4 3-point attempts in the fourth quarter. And the Clippers had a 13-point fourth quarter lead that they blew because of guys, again, like Big Al Horford. The Warriors were 8 of 11 from deep in that final quarter, 72.7% shooting from beyond the arc in the fourth quarter again. The quarter that ultimately belonged to your Golden State Warriors. Guy Santos made 1 3 on 1 attempt. Porzingis was 1 of 2 from beyond the arc. Steph was 2 of 3 from beyond the arc. And then Big Al Horford, a perfect 4 of 4 from beyond the arc. And he was, again, the Clippers, I thought, had this under control. And then Big Al Horford, what the hell is going on with my hair? Had, again, just a lights out shooting performance, saves the season for your Golden State Warriors. And now we enter a scenario where the Warriors will be in Phoenix Friday. And I need to take a look real fast because I know the Warriors beat Phoenix at least once this season. It might have even been twice. Let me look that up really quickly here. But as my internet browser, come on, dude, work. Here we go. I'm doing my research now on the regular season history between the Golden State Warriors and the Phoenix Suns. So Warriors and Suns played on November 4th. This was the 8th game of the season, and the Warriors won 118-107. That was a long-ass time ago. The second meeting between these two teams was on December 18th. Phoenix won that one 99-98. The Warriors won the third meeting between these two teams 119-116. That was a home game against the Suns. And then their fourth and final meeting, did they not play 4 times? Oh, there it is. On February 5th, and Phoenix won that one 101-97. So all 4 games super tight. The Warriors won the first game by 11. They lose the second one by 1. They win the third one by 3. And they win the fourth one. I'm sorry, they lose the fourth one. No, they won the fourth one by 4. So the Warriors won 3 out of 4 against the Suns this year. Do I have that math right? I do. The Warriors were 3-1 against Phoenix this season, and they have a very legitimate shot again at making a grossly colossal mistake, organizationally speaking. The Hall of Famer Rick Barry is going to join me tomorrow to break it down some more. But look, this is a feel-good win tonight. You lose Friday, and it's all good. You win Friday, and I'm going to give this team so much shit for being absolute morons because, again, there is nothing good that comes from a series with the OKC Thunder. If the Warriors win Friday, if they beat the Suns, game 1 against OKC is Sunday. This was a feel-good win. They had Monday and Tuesday off, no travel in between games because the Warriors played the Clippers on Sunday and stayed in LA, treated Monday and Tuesday like a training camp, and won tonight. Now they're going to go straight to Phoenix. They have one game off in between this game and that game. If they somehow beat Phoenix, and when I say somehow, I don't think it's that much of a stretch. You're going to have one game off again. You play game 1 Sunday at OKC, and they're going to, again, it's going to be embarrassing. Everything that you may be feeling good about from this game tonight, there will be none of that against OKC. I would bet anything on that. That's how certain I am. So we shall see, though, because, again, incompetency and Steve Kerr, they go hand in hand. Kerr has zero intention of doing what's right for the organization. All he gives a shit about is strengthening his relationship with Stephen Curry so that he can call him his best friend for the rest of his life. And again, it will be a massive misstep on Friday if they somehow pull that off. And I keep saying somehow, like, I don't think it would be necessarily an upset. They've won, again, 3 of 4 against Phoenix this year. And the Suns, I just don't think are a very good team. I don't respect the Suns. I thought the Clippers had a better shot at beating the Golden State Warriors than Phoenix. So we shall see what happens, whether or not the Warriors smartly throw that game Friday in whatever manner imaginable. And if they win, dumb, stupid, just an utterly zero IQ move if they pull that off. But tonight, that was unbelievable. Incredible game. Again, the final score in this one with the Warriors trailing by 13 in the fourth quarter. They come back. They win 126-121. I mentioned all the players that deserve the accolades on the night. I'm going to read some emails in just a moment, but I want to see if there's any sound that has come down again. And again, yeah, the second play-in game is going to be the Warriors at the Suns on Friday. We'll have Rick Barry on the show tomorrow to get his thoughts on this one. And I see a live press conference. Ooh, the NBA. Oh, I love this. Okay, so during the postseason, the NBA streams post-game press conferences. And so why don't we start with Ty Lue, who's speaking to the press right now, and just see his reaction. God damn, if he's defeated, he should feel defeated. He should be embarrassed. Ty Lue, man. Every one of those 3-pointers were wide freaking open. And why? Because you're overly panicked about Steph again. I get it, but those Al Horford threes, man. Props to Big Al, and shame on the Clippers for just a horrible defensive strategy. Hey, Big Al, just take wide open threes. We won't even have a defender within 10 feet of you. Sit back, take your time, make sure your form is perfect, and heave up those threes that go right in. Here is a Ty Lue immediately following the Warriors beating his LA Clippers 126-121, eliminating them from the play-in.
Trying to keep him away from getting the ball, and he ends up open. Was the defense not communicating when they saw, Horford popping there and, not being able to get out there on time?
Yeah, I got to go back and look at it, but, once he makes 2 in a row, I mean, we got to pay more attention, to him being on the floor. He made some big shots for him to get him back in the game.
Coach Jim Hill, KKL9 News here in the back. What's your level of anger, disappointment, frustration, or is there a word that you can use to describe what happened?
Pissed off. Yeah, we had a game in our hands and some silly plays, not doing the right thing execution-wise. And, to be up 13 with 10 minutes, to go in a game, we got to finish that game. So I'm disappointed about that.
Ty, with your experience in the playoffs as a player and a coach, is this one of those situations where a team that had some serious playoff pedigree made the plays in crunch time and it was just who they are still?
Yeah, you could feel that. You could feel that, when we increased the lead, they never wavered with the confidence. and they execute, and they've been together for a while, and they run good stuff, and so when they're executing at a high level and, you make some mistakes, they're going to make you pay like we talked about before the game, and they was able to do that.
So I asked you before the game about Darius, and it looked like Golden State targeted him all night. Obviously, winds up fouling out. Felt like that threw rotations off. How do you kind of assess what happened there, and how do you get him to get over this as you go into the future with him?
No, I mean, it was hard because
All right, we're
he
gonna
had it going.
step out from this. I don't really care that much about Ty Lue. I see In Dreams in the chat trying to troll, saying that here In Dreams writing, we need you to fight back on the socials. They're dragging you. Who gives a shit? Anybody who thinks Twitter represents real life probably never leaves their house. Twitter is one of the most irrelevant platforms on earth. I personally don't know anyone who ever uses it. Everybody I talk to, like my colleagues who have to use it because in the media game, you're forced to, all of them say they begrudgingly use it. It is empty. It doesn't mean a thing. I could care less. Oh no, someone's criticizing me because they're going to pretend winning a 9-10 play-in game is what? Winning the championship? Do they give out trophies for this? Can someone enlighten me? Do you get a trophy for winning the 9-10 play-in game? I mean, who cares? Who gives a flying F-bomb? Who's saying that too? Like, oh no, one of the trolls that lives in their mom's basement is talking shit on, dude. Okay, and I've said this before. I don't need the Hamzas in my life. I don't need anybody when it comes to like these specific characters in a chat or on social. I don't give a shit. Don't act like beating the Clippers in a play-in game means anything. What does it mean? Do you win a trophy? And if you win Friday, what does that mean? What do you get for getting your ass kicked by OKC? Talk to me logically. Else, whatever, saying what tweets? From who? Who gives a shit? If somebody wants to have a conversation with me here, I'll put the link right now. I'm not gonna. Here's the thing. If you want to come on the show tonight, I'm not going to spend 3 hours doing back and forths. There is not a whole lot even to discuss. The Warriors won. Great. Some games, some victories are meaningless. If you want to be happy for Stephen Curry, who won a play-in game tonight, great. Be happy for him. But if you actually give a shit, you got every one of these clowns, dude. Like, out of control how? How am I out of control? Because I'm talking in a manner you don't like? Go F yourself. Nicholas Kerr writing, Kerr won me 0. Why? How? Based on what? Because he won a play-in game? How did he win, Nicholas? Elaborate. What did Kerr win tonight? 2 more days on the job? Jesus Christ. Again, I'm having fun with this block button tonight because I don't need it. And every one of these assholes who thinks you're winning something by talking shit, what are you going to win? You're going to pat yourself on the back? Yay. I mean, this is fair from let's listen to Steve Kerr, who now comes to the podium.
And Draymond down the stretch there tonight.
I've been watching them for 12 years. You know, there's a reason we have 4 championships, and it's the competitiveness, the heart, the will, and you know, just it's been such a tough year. But to just show, you know, what they're made of, what we're made of, and there were, you know, a lot of guys who came through. So obviously the spotlight is on them because of everything they've accomplished. But I just told them it was, you know, with all the wins we've ever had here, a lot of them with a lot more at stake. This is right up there. Just because, of where we are and our age and our, the decline of our performance this year, the injuries, it was just a display of, just a beautiful display of competitive will. And this is why Steph came back. So everybody out there who thought Steph should have taken the rest of the year off, this is what he does. This is who he is. If he can compete, he's going to compete. And it was just incredible to watch.
You talked pregame about kind of the unspoken understanding, y'all are near the end. How much, down the stretch are you kind of thinking about that? And when you're celebrating, thinking about at least enjoying a night like this one more time?
Just all I'm thinking about is how proud I am of the guys to really show what they're made of. And the fact that we're still alive, we've got to go to Phoenix now and try to get another one and, get ourselves in the playoffs. But I more than anything, I'm just so proud of the guy. We must have been down double figures 5-6 separate times. And we came back every single time we made a run. It was such an incredible display of guts and competitiveness and connection. And obviously Steph and Dre kind of took over down the stretch. Dre's defense, he's the best defender I've ever seen in my life. It's just insane what he does out there. The job he did on Kawhi. I thought our coaches did a really good job with the game plan to blitz Kawhi and try to put a crowd around him. And so the preparation was good and the players really followed through. And for one night, we're us, we're champions again, and I know that may sound crazy to everybody out there. It's a play-in game. I don't care. It's just absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, of course you don't fucking care because you don't care about the future and about the Warriors. All you care about is your own self-gratification, your own glory, you narcissist. This guy wants nothing but attention. This guy wants nothing but glory for himself. And again, the obtuseness, not just of Kerr, but of his moronic fans who pretend like moments like these suddenly embolden them, these clowns, all of whom stay anonymous, by the way. Michael Showtime writes that I lose a bet. Nope. Don't do that often. Michael Showtime also saying, I'm hating on Golden State. Nope. I'm thinking about the big picture. How is it hating on Golden State when I'm actually cognizant that life goes on? The show goes on. The Warriors will play basketball next season. The Warriors have 0% chance of beating OKC. Look at this absolute moron. Relentless attitude. Saying you really think the foul merchant SGA is better than the GOAT Stephen Curry? When the hell did I ever say that? Do I think OKC, the reigning world champions, are better than the Golden State Warriors? Yes. And if you want to bet me on that, I already have one bet rolling with Will Hammond Jr. Email me. If you really think, if you want to get one on me, bet me. There's my email address right there. Warriors24pod@gmail.com. Email me so I can take your money. If you really think the Warriors are so effing good because they beat this pathetic Clippers team tonight, thanks to the Warriors shooting nearly 50% from three. That's a fluky performance, by the way. That does not normally happen. Put your money where your mouth is. Bet me. I'll give you 2-1 odds. OKC Warriors. Put your money where your mouth is. I'm already comfortably going to get $100 from Will Hammond. Everyone else, here it is again. Email me. Right here. Warriors24pod@gmail.com. Instead of talking shit, which me, and again, that's all every single one of you blowhards have. You just yap anonymously, by the way. You love hiding behind your identities using a handle, but bet me. Please, I beg of you. Relentless attitude. Bet me. Shoot me an email. I will happily take your money. I love taking money from low IQ folks. No disrespect, Will Hammond, but that is a wild bet. If you think OKC is in any way going to flail against this Warriors team, Jesus Christ. And no, I don't hate on Golden State. I hate the fact that clowns like you celebrate play-in victories that big picture mean nothing. I mean, I guess, look, if you came away with a great memory from this, I'm happy for you. But I try to be an in-the-moment guy, and all I'm thinking about is the draft lotteries in weeks. This is one of the deepest drafts in NBA history. And if the Warriors win Friday, their pick drops from 11 to 15, and they're out of the lottery. And every single one of you smug, arrogant assholes out there who are pretending this win means something, you're all going to be quiet in that OKC series. I know it. You only show up in moments like this, which is rare. JD Wonderful saying, I'm a hater. No, you're a hater of the Warriors. I'm guessing you're a Stephen Curry lover who celebrates moments like these. But if you love the Warriors, I don't know how you celebrate them potentially dropping 4 spots in one of the deepest drafts ever, and you're celebrating losing a shot at getting a top 4 pick via the lottery. You're the hater. You're the ignorant ass. How do you not understand that? Every single every single person I talk to who covers another team, when I bring up that there are clowns like you folks, like a select few of you who celebrate meaningless victories like this, they cringe, dude. They just don't get it. You are the same fans. I'm guessing your uncle, your dad, maybe you, if you're old enough, was booing Joe Lacob because he did not trade Stephen Curry. That is your IQ. That's how little your brain is. No, I'm not crashing out. And Lazurski, side note, you look like an ugly motherfucker in that picture. Good news is I never have to hear from you again because this chat is not made for you. So you're out. Peace. Blocked. Keep it up. Keep it going with your stupidity. I'm here for it all day, every day. Oh, look, another person saying I'm a hater. Nope, you're a hater because you seem perfectly fine with the Warriors losing 4 spots in the draft and no shot at the lottery. Why? So that you can celebrate a meaningless win like this tonight? Kayoko, make it very fast because I'm going to guess there's a lot of people who want to come on tonight. How you doing, man?
Good. And you?
All right. I'm actually frustrated. I was looking forward to the season ending and focusing on the draft. Instead, for 2 more days, Steve Kerr's apologists get to be happy. So I'm not happy. How are you?
I mean, I'm feeling good, but I don't know about you, but I actually enjoyed this game. It was sick. Like, I actually had fun.
Sickening? Yeah.
Nah, bro. I was watching it like with my dad. It was actually fun.
Good. I'm glad you had fun, Kayoko.
But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like, obviously I'll keep it quick, but at the end of the day, this is like Steph's team, so you know he's probably out like after next season. And it's his team, right? So, like, if he wants to play to win
next season, why do you say that?
No, like after next year, I'm not sure if he's gonna play again.
Okay.
Yeah. So all I'm saying is that Kobe, Steph, Bron, like, you can tell them to tank, but they're not gonna like listen,
Yeah,
right?
because they're idiots, man. They're selfish and they don't think about the organization. I don't agree with that mentality. Sorry. Don't.
Nah, bro. I mean, at the end of the day, like, he made the Warriors, relevant, right? Like, I don't know how long you've been watching like this team, but
40 plus years, man.
40, right? So you've seen them basically be looked at as like the Wizards, right? And especially if you have like a generational talent that like transformed your organization, it's like, I don't know a single dude who plays to lose. Like, everyone I know, even at like a pickup game, so we play to win. So I can't really like fault Steph for playing to win, and he's probably not going to be
great for him. Again, I don't give a shit about the nostalgia thing. All right, that is not my game. That's never been my game. I'd rather move on and keep trying to win. And look, so what Steph, look, all I do is cheerlead for the man. I love Steph, but I'm talking about the Warriors here as an organization. Not smart to get out of the play-in. A no-win situation other than feeling good for a night. And again, you had a good night with your dad. I'm happy for you. All right, great. I guess you made memories, but there aren't going to be any memories in that OKC series. So I don't know. Like I guess, Kayoko, are you trying to say that a night like tonight is worth a sweep by the Thunder?
No. Okay, obviously it's not worth it. I'm not trying to say if it's worth it or if it isn't worth it.
What are you trying to say then? So what are you trying to say then, Kayoko?
I'm saying a player plays to compete. Like at the end of the day, we can all why if
the Warriors had a smart coach, Kayoko, he would find a way to make sure they don't win this game. But they have a coach who has one foot out the door, who's a blatant egomaniacal narcissist. And he's sitting there talking about how look at Steph the wonder kid, and he's amazing. But again, life is going to happen 2 weeks from now. Life is going to happen 2 months from now when drafts come about. Next week when OKC is waiting for this team, and I'm not stoked about that.
I'm not stoked either, but you and I both know.
Look at this delusion. This is delusion right here, man. Again. PR, whatever the hell your name is, email me. All right. If you're so confident that the Warriors actually have a shot against OKC, email me, bet me any amount of money that you want, and I'm taking that bet. And if you're not that confident where you're going to put your money where your mouth is, shut the F up. Stop with the stupid ass strong opinions when you actually are not going to back it up. Just a whole bunch of people just run their goddamn mouths. And why? Because I don't even know why. What the fuck, man? Jesus Christ. And again, this gives me a chance to block out. No, don't say like Jimmy 1569 and you got an ugly mug too saying I'm pathetic. I'm sorry. Don't say I'm sorry. You're not sorry saying that. If you're sorry, you would not have hit the fucking publish button. So now you're banned. Good. I don't need to see you anymore either. F out. Asshole. Kayoko, finish up, please. This is not the night to be all conversational with me. If you want to talk to me reasonably. You had a great night with your dad. I'm happy for you. I'm a big picture guy. This does not serve the big picture at all. I grew up remembering Michael Jordan, and I loved Michael Jordan. I did not want to see Michael Jordan on the Wizards.
You're lucky,
38
man.
years old is too old for an athlete who's not playing quarterback in the NFL. LeBron James excluded. And LeBron James is one of the biggest freaks of nature on the planet. I'm not a huge fan of it. I'm sorry. He's old. Steph's old. He's not going to survive against OKC. He does not have a supporting cast who can make any kind of postseason run realistic. So I'd rather have this team set up for next year with a new coach. Side note, this win definitely lowers the probability of Kerr going away now. Nobody's thinking big picture. I'm somehow the asshole because I'm the only one here who actually is using intelligence and logic to think big picture. I'm the asshole for that because I'm not a cheerleader on some fanboy pod. Anybody who is like that, thinking that way, go fuck yourself. That's how I think about you. And I don't care, man. That includes you Desi and every other clown out there who thinks wins like these mean nothing. Because again, Sunday night, Warriors OKC game 1. There is no chance in hell the Warriors win that game. There's no chance in hell that series is going more than 5. I give Steph enough credit where maybe miraculously they can take 1 against OKC at the most. And that's what you clowns want to cheerlead for. God damn it, dude. Kayoko, any final thoughts, man?
Yeah, just as I was saying, I did see your comments on Kerr leaving. And yeah, I was
and that probability just went tick, because now Steve Kerr might go, oh, maybe I want to stay another year. God, dude, this is like everybody's celebrating this tonight. you're literally like descendants of Neanderthals, dude. Like, you clearly either have no education, you never developed your critical thinking skills, or all of the above, because this win did nothing. You don't get a trophy for winning a 9-10 playing game. You don't even get a cookie. You get nothing. Except, I guess, like, good memories. And Kayoko, I'm happy for you. I really am, dude. But again, I'm a big picture guy. This does nothing for the big picture. All this does is potentially elongate a season that should have ended tonight. And instead, now the Warriors are dangerously close to dropping in the draft for no good reason other than another Stephen Curry moment in a play-in game. And you might lose that lottery pick. I don't know what how you celebrate that. Why are we celebrating that? Kayoko, why are you happy about the Warriors potentially dropping 4 spots in the draft and not getting a lottery pick?
I mean, I'm not necessarily happy. I'm kind of more worried about if Kerr is going to stay or not. But
yeah,
all I'm going to say,
guess what reduces the odds of him leaving? The Warriors winning. There's nothing good that comes from this big picture. You get to celebrate tonight. Yay. And then life goes on tomorrow. You're going to watch that game Friday. My point is, there will be a tomorrow. There's going to be a next week. There's going to be a next month. There's going to be a next year. Nobody who's a Steve Kerr apologist is thinking about that. And that is literally narrow-minded. That is literally short-sighted thinking. Not intelligent. Sorry.
all I'm going to say, yeah. No, I agree. All I'm going to say is that notice how in a do or die game, Kerr played like reasonable lineups. He played a clear point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, and a clear 5. I kind of noticed that too. So to me, this is why I just don't want Kerr back next year.
Kayoko,
because
I know. By the way, this is another one of the dummies out there. This is T. Hondica saying the Warriors can't draft. Why are you crying? You could have the most again, for the upteenth time, this is some asshole who does not watch the show clearly or watches anything that actually produces intelligent content pertaining to your Warriors, because this draft is so deep that if they win the lottery, they have a 1 in 11 shot of getting a top 4 pick. Top 4 pick in this year's draft, you could have a literal crash test dummy sitting in the draft chair and you win. It doesn't matter who is making the pick. Top 4 is surefire. And let's say you don't win the lottery. Let's say you now have a top 11. This is a universally consensus deep NBA draft, one of the deepest ever. I'm going to feel better about the future of the Warriors with them having the number 11 pick than that pick dropping to 15. And so why? So we can have a shitty memory of the Warriors and the Thunder? Another thing that nobody's thinking about. Do you clowns really think the Warriors have any shot against OKC? And for the upteenth time, if you do, email me. Let me take your money. I've got a bridge to sell you. Please. Kayoko, any final thoughts? There's a lot of people waiting, man.
Yeah. No. My fault, bro. All I'm going to say is that this game is actually why I don't want Kerr back, because he waited until a do or die to play correct lineups, and it might give Pods like a huge payday if he balls out. That's all I'm gonna say.
Dude, another negative. All right, Kayoko, I love you, brother. Thanks
for
joining me tonight. I'm glad you had a happy moment with your dad. I really do. But this is not a night to celebrate at all. Like this is not something that there is no takeaway from this other than for one night Stephen Curry recaptured glory, and that's great. I'm not hating on that, but I am very disappointed that nobody seems to care about next year. Nobody seems to give a shit about that. All they're caring about is tonight. God, Vegas loves suckers like you. 214 Fear guy dropping $2 saying, never count us out. Yeah, no shit. I've been saying repeatedly that I'm worried about the play-in because of how good Stephen Curry is. In Dreams saying me and Armando are getting. You posted a bunch of these in Dreams. Again, I don't give a shit about Twitter. A few years back, like I got in some dumbass thing where somebody aggregated a clip of me and someone else talking about how like fanboy shows are the worst things ever, and they are. Side note, I still will never understand why someone would watch a show that's just no different than you and your friends talking about your team and not providing any insights, not providing any analysis, not especially no insider information. And that little comment for like a month got aggregated on Twitter. And you know what? The point of me saying that is it didn't affect our YouTube numbers one bit. Nobody who's not on Twitter, which is everybody, most of you know, were aware of it. That platform is a tiny little bubble that does not mean anything in the big picture. It is not real life. Oh no, like some fanboy on Twitter like talk shit. Great. What's the reward for that in dreams? What is someone who talks shits on Twitter? What do they get for that? For maybe getting more likes than someone else, winning the ratio war. You got a cookie? You get a slice of cake? Do they give you ice cream for that? Oh wait, you get nothing. Nothing. It's worthless. And this makes sense. Again, if you're a Warriors fan, although it didn't feel good to me, but Omasan Buwa saying it's a feel-good win, I guess. Didn't feel good to me, but if it felt good to you, I guess great. Kevin Song in our chat saying, so I don't want to see Steph play another playoff game, even if they lose. Play-in games are not playoff games, for the record. They don't count for anything, statistically speaking. They are their own subcategory called the play-in. Do I want to see Steph in the postseason against OKC? No. I do not want to see that. And we're now one game away from that. And again, if you really think, if you truly believe that the Warriors have a shot against OKC, I got a bridge to sell you. Email me. Let's bet on it. I already got $100 that's going to come to me soon for that. I'd like to add to that pot. Send me your money, please. Another paid chat. Family or nothing. $1.99. Nothing following that. So I don't know. Let's go to Uncunis. Again, let's go through these fast. I think this is Bloomer because I see the Bluto Blutar. No, the Bluto Blutarski is from Animal House. That is a Bluto from Popeye. How are you doing, Bloomer?
I'm doing terrible, man.
Why?
Because the damn Warriors won, and also because I betted my uncle. Now I got to do 50 push-ups.
Oh, you bet on the Clippers tonight?
No, not actual betting. It's just like more of like a personal uncle to nephew bet. Just I do 50 push-ups if Clippers lose, and he does 50 push-ups if the Warriors lose, and I do 50 push-ups. And also because of not big, like you said, big picture, like I'm with you on that, and it's just really disappointing. I'm actually not feeling the best right now, and also kind of under the weather too.
Ooh, I'm sorry about that.
Just more downfall on me.
I'm sorry, brother. At least you have a good woman taking care of you, right?
Yeah, she's watching over me. I was talking to her right after the game. She's just comforting me right now. She's just downstairs. She's cooking something right now. I had enough time to hop on the live and just express my opinion. You know, I'm with you.
Bloomer G4M in the chat is saying, look at these clowns saying Warriors in 5. Who is saying Warriors in 5? I don't see him in the chat. So if they're saying that on socials, call them out. Post the link in the chat to that specific tweet or thread or whatever the hell is. Dude, find that, please. Who is saying Warriors in 5? I will happily expose those clowns, man.
Yeah, I'll try
to. Is saying Laslam Kirk to what?
Oh,
who is Lazium Kirk? Is that the handle? Oh, this is in the chat tonight. What's that timestamp? 10:31.
Yeah, that's one of the Steve Kerr apologists. That guy. Yep.
Oh, right here. OKC, KFC, JFK, Warriors in 5.
Wow.
If you really are that confident about that, I'm blasting shamelessly promoting the email address tonight, and I'll do it again because I want to take your money. I really want to take every penny in your bank account. Please email me. Bloomer, I hope you feel better, man. Any final thoughts? Because there's a lot of people waiting tonight.
Yeah, I'll try to keep it short. Like I said, I'm not one of the people that guess what you're saying. I've ever since you started the live after this game, I've been with you the whole way. I don't know why people in chat and even like in the social media market and everything, they're just all happy about just this one playing win. And then
because Stephen Curry's fans, a lot of them are toxic, vile, like unhinged, just psychopaths. There are a lot of them. They are deranged, and they come out when Stephen Curry has a good night. That's the extent of it. That really is. We haven't seen or heard from these people in ages because Steph has been out for months, and there hasn't been a lot to celebrate. And tonight they have a reason to celebrate. And even though I love Steph, I don't love Kerr. And these psychopath nut jobs who I'm describing here think that Steve Kerr is the greatest thing since sliced bread. They consider him the greatest coach ever. And that's where that group and myself strongly agree to disagree.
Well, I will say, you said this a while ago with the previous caller, but if there is anything that's a positive takeaway from this, is that we still have a chance to get somewhat of a good draft pick if they lose against the Phoenix Suns.
If they lose to Phoenix on Friday, all good. No harm. No harm.
So I'm actually okay. So I'm not. It sucks tonight, but there is still some hope for a bigger picture, like you were saying, that I'm also on board with. So
yeah,
I just don't want to. I don't want everyone to, just get all hop on board with Kerr and them just because they won tonight, which is so meaningless. Like, dude, and especially because they were down 13 or something. I think something like that, down 13 heading into the fourth. I'm like, guys. Like, I actually was trying to tell the Clippers, I'm like, dude, I was yelling at my TV, like, you better not blow this. And I was like, when it was like 2 minutes in or 2 minutes left in the thing, I just turned off the TV. I'm like, damn, this is annoying. It's annoying, man.
Hey, by the way, Fal Sharpton in our chat saying, is this still a Warriors podcast? Yes. This is actually probably the only genuine Warriors podcast tonight and not a Stephen Curry podcast. That's the divide that I'm starting to sense between a program like this and the legacy folks, the light years clowns. Apparently that alchemy guy is just is no longer someone to trust in terms of analysis. That is the difference. They're all like Stephen Curry fans, and something tells me when Steph retires, they're going to go poof. This is a Warriors show, and the Golden State Warriors keep playing, and the Golden State Warriors need draft picks to improve for the future. And so, Fal Sharpton, are you sitting here telling me like winning a trip to OKC is worth dropping 4 spots in the draft and not being eligible for the lottery?
Hell
And if your answer is yes, why? Why?
Yeah,
Fal, I'm waiting for you, man. I hope you're waiting in the chat actually for this because I need the logic for I'm not, again, all the haters that are showing up tonight, these are all just, again, deranged, nut job, Stephen Curry lunatic fans, right? Like just out of their minds, like they don't know what else to even probably think about. I'm asking you, in what world is it good for even Steph to face a 7-game series against OKC? How is that logical?
No clue. No clue.
Family or nothing, dropping $1.99. And again, a lot of people probably have never even seen this show, and they saw the Warriors win. They're like, what's on YouTube? What's this show? Family or nothing, dropping $1.99, saying, were you this big of a fan before Steph? Yes. Again, family, you must have either tuned in now or you missed the 5 minutes ago when Kyoko asked, how long have you been following the Warriors? Over 40 years. Hall of Famer Rick Barry is coming on tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
Because I used to be his producer 25 years ago. That's how I've been covering the Warriors professionally for over 25 years. If you want to list qualifications, resume, anything that's meritocratic based, why you're listening to someone else should be even the bigger question. Because this is the only show that's consistently nailing it in terms of like telling you what's going to happen, what should happen, and so forth. It's unbelievable. Oh my God. And now In Dreams in the chat saying that NBC Sports Bay Area is talking about a new Steve Kerr contract. And you folks are wondering why I did not want this team to win tonight. You clowns, dude. You utter morons, man.
Real quick, Si, I'm not trying to promote this other dude, but I know one of those lists of people that you're saying that's like the
real quick, sorry to interrupt you, but I want to get to this real fast. Like ELCTS, man, whatever, saying Alk is good ball analysis. If that's true, then why the hell does he keep praising Podziemski? I'm serious, man. That's what I keep getting back, is that Alchemy just endlessly praises Podziemski and stays quiet instead of criticizing him. If he's good at analysis, and side note, I mean, what's an example of him being good at analysis? Then why is he a Brandon Podziemski homer? He's just another fanboy, dude. This is not a fanboy show. I did not grow up with fan content because fans used to just hang out together, talk about the team themselves, and then you go to the media to be informed or entertained. We're not a this is not a fanboy show. I'm sorry. All right? This ain't it. It's just
Wait, real quick, Si, I was just gonna say, adding on to that list of homebodies is this other. Well, I just want to let them. I just kind of call them out because I was seeing them also. It's this called Let's Go Warriors channel with this guy named Rich, and they're. You want to talk about homebodies? Those guys are big homebodies, and they want to call themselves the 1% of the 1%. They're not. They're anything that basically what Kerr does, what the Joe Lacob does, or Mike Dunleavy Jr. does. They're all on board about it, but they'll be somewhat minor descriptive about it. Like they'll try to make it seem like they're against them on certain things, but they're still with it. Like they were wanted the Warriors to win tonight, and like, hey, we're gonna go all in. We're gonna go all in. We're gonna win the next game against Phoenix and try to go against OKC and win that series. I'm like, that's why I used to subscribe to them, but I'm unsubscribing to them, and it's terrible, man. And that's why I keep it with you, man. You keep it real because I need realism in my life. I don't want fake facts in my life, knowing that I could be rooting for something that really matters when it comes to sports, at least, you know?
Yeah.
It's hard. And, you know, I want to keep this short because I know you got other people on, but it's really hard right now, especially in when you try to find joy in things. You know, that's what was the whole point, like with Jimmy, right? You have to try to find something that gives you a smile on your face, something that keeps you moving forward day by day. That's why when Jimmy came to the Warriors, he's like, oh, I got my joy back because I joined Curry in them, but now that he's out, you know, and then now it's kind of like back to square one again. So, you know, I'm just wanting to keep watching you, Si, and
all right, thank you,
keep doing what you're doing, man. Hopefully we can get a loss against the Sun next time, so we can have a good parade and celebrate. Hopefully, man. And peace out. I'll keep watching you.
I love you, Bloomer. Thank you. Appreciate you. I really do. Really quickly here, Derek, you're going to be next after Desi. Desi, you bring out the worst in me. So this is going to be very short. If you're going to sit here and gaslight and sit here and tell me that Podziemski somehow should be credited to, I don't know what you're going to say, but just know, for what you just literally know how to press buttons. And I'm going to drop this call very soon if you go that direction. What's on your mind, man?
Nah, I'm not even talking about pods. I just want to talk about Steph's greatness, to be honest, because I remember, I'm not even trying to press you, but I remember, you were saying he's watching stuff, and, man, Steph, he just keeps showing you, he's that man. And I feel you about the picks. You're completely right. You know, we want to get that draft pick. But if you remember correctly, the Mavs last year, they won their first playing game, and then they lost to the Grizzlies in the second playing game, and they got the
That's
first
my hope.
So, yeah.
That's my hope. You're right. You're right. And Desi, here's the thing. If there's anybody that I am biased toward, it is Steph. And I think he earned it. I don't think I'm actually being biased because he is that good. But I have watched Steph enough to know he's an all-time great. And my issue is there is nothing, in my opinion, that's going to add to his legacy, that's going to add to his greatness. He's done everything he needs to do. He didn't need this game tonight. Is this just even more evidence? Yes. I personally don't need more evidence. I don't know who does. To me, the only thing that can still bolster his legacy is a 5th championship. And there is zero chance in hell that's happening. So unless there's this postseason, there's no chance in hell. So unless there's a shot that Steph's going to win a 5th championship, make the moves that can lead you to that. And winning play-in games, not going to lead you to that. Lose Friday, get either a number 11 pick or a lottery pick, a top 4, pick, win the lottery. That is going to help you a hell of a lot more. At a bare minimum, let's say you win the lottery And all of a sudden you have like a prize player. Let's say like, and maybe this is a bad example, but just take it as an example. Let's say Orlando suddenly goes, hey, Warriors, we'll give you Paolo Banchero for your number 11 pick. You're taking that, right? And again, maybe Paolo's not the best example, but I'm just throwing that out there as someone who is maybe disgruntled with his team and vice versa. But let's say now, like your pick drops to 15, not as sexy. It's not as valuable, and if you're completely out of the running for a top 4 pick, then even less value, even less marketable. And this year options are so much greater with these draft picks, and everyone forgets this dynasty started with the draft. People forget Stephen Curry is on this team because of the draft. You have to draft, and I just
I completely agree. You're like spot on that. It's just I think there's a division between the Steph fans and the Warriors fans, because like if you're a Warriors fan, I mean, I came into this game wanting us to lose. Like I'm gonna just be honest, because that pick is way more important than us seeing OKC in the first round. And the people in the chat, like, y'all don't know how good OKC is. Shai's the best player in the world. They got like one of the best defenses. Like that's we're losing that completely. So it's better to think for the future. And the pick, we could trade it. We could get, if we get a top 4 pick, we could draft. You know what I'm saying? And then Jimmy and Moody coming back. Like this team is showing like the blueprints of like a championship thing. We got, I ain't gonna like, a lot of people were low on Horford and KP, and I'm higher on them. I see them as championship type of bigs if they don't regress anymore. And honestly, yeah, you're completely right. The people in the chat, they're just trolling you. Like I wouldn't want to. Don't get rage baited by them. Everybody knows OKC is the best team in the world. Like that's not a question. And it's just seeing these types of games. It's just like you love them because like you're not going to be seeing Steph like for a long time. So these type of games is just like.
Well, I didn't, and part of it is part of the reason why I didn't love it is because I was looking. I thought tonight was the night where we said goodbye to Steve Kerr forever. And the fact that we're not saying goodbye to him, the fact that we have to see him for at least one more game, and the fact that people are already talking about extending him for next year, that is, dude, that's what's killing me. Besides the draft thing, it's the fact that Steve Kerr is still alive. And that is just like,
I feel you.
I can't stand that, dude. That's the part that just really gets to me is that the Steve Kerr apologists win again. That unbelievable shit, dude. Like this guy's he's a cockroach. Just cannot kill this. Can't stop him out. God damn it. And Steph wants him around. And so Steph's going all out to extend him. And I hate this. I hate this.
I think it's really just Steph and Draymond that want to keep him because
I
feel like the front office doesn't like him. I don't want to get into like how I feel about him. He has his mistakes and sure, but like for sure it's Steph and Draymond. So I mean, I don't know. We're gonna see what's gonna be happening, but like yeah, it's
like
really
NJ Shaw Jr. in the chat saying Steve Kerr is there as long as Steph is there. Nope, not true. Not true at all. That's it's that is it. That's a line of thinking that I understand if you think it, but I've heard too much at this point to know that is not the case. And the fact that assistants on this coaching staff, at least one, have told me directly that they're out, that they've already been told look for work. They've literally been told that. And the fact that there is now a danger of that not happening is really just getting to my craw, man. It's really getting to my craw. Anyways, Desi, what happened to you, man? What, like, you're all sensible and you're making sense tonight. What's going on with you, man? Like, how did this come around?
We just disagree on the pods things, to be honest. Like, I agree with you on everything about the OKC, the pick. Like, that's the most like realistic and sensible thing to do as a Warriors fan, as you would hope. But just, I guess our perspectives on the player pods are just completely like different, and it's okay. Like, we could just agree to disagree. But I don't want to get to the pods thing. You know, he had a good game today, 17 points. Like, he's developing for sure, and he's one of like the players that I like. So I could say I'm a little biased for sure because I want to see that type of player to succeed. You know, he's one of our young players, and yeah, for sure we could disagree on it, but like at the end of the day, we're both Warriors fans, and we want the best for our team. And this pick is probably more better than getting built by OKC, and I hope the chat like really understands that. Because just saying, oh, Warriors in 5 and things, it's just unrealistic. We're going to get into a series. We're going to get cooked. We're not going to get a pick. And then we can't get Giannis. Like, the pick could help us maybe get Giannis, something like that. Or Kawhi gets his contract voided. Like, there's more flexibility you could have with the pick. And then, yeah, it's they're
Look at
Steph
this.
fans. That's the problem.
Desi, I never in a million years thought of all people to come on the show and make sense and actually calm me down. It's you. Bravo.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You know, yeah, of course. But
why can't you always do that every time? Just say agree to disagree on pods.
It's just, you know, I get
disagree to
passionate
disagree
about
on pods.
It's because, like, you know, y'all be like dissing him too much. You know, y'all be saying he's better, Pat Spencer better, and I just like, I gotta stand up for my boy Pods, you know. But like, it's all good at the end of the day. It's all good.
All right, Desi, thank you.
Yeah, of course.
That was incredible. He was awesome. Derek, it's been a minute since we've had you on. This is how I know this was a big night tonight. Before we get started, I've had this soundbite just sitting in my catalog for months because you haven't been on the show in ages. And now that you're here, Derek.
You like it in Jewish, eh?
Sorry, I had to do that. How the hell are you doing, brother? Where have you been, man?
I've been good. I've been here almost every night, just quiet.
Why have you been so quiet? You're missed.
Because ain't nothing been talking about.
No, there hasn't been. There hasn't been. There's definitely something to talk about tonight. What'd you think about the game? Good to see you, man.
Well, tonight was fantastic for me, Cyrus, because I'm more of a Steph Curry fan than a Warriors fan, and I think that you know that. I do understand what you're saying about the bigger picture, but I have a question for you. Do you think that the draft pick that we're going to get is going to come even close to the level of Steph Curry?
Oh, probably not. I mean, that's why do you ask that?
Because, like, I'm talking about just this moment tonight in sports in general, watching the show. Why not enjoy that? And I'm speaking for you, Cyrus, like, because it seemed like you was so upset, but I don't want you to skip the moment and to skip the greatness that we are witnessing right now.
You know why? Because I've already seen so many unbelievably great moments from Steph. The guy's a 4-time champion. So a play-in win, like, I get it. Like let me put it to you in this perspective. Like, if I was a Charlotte Hornets fan and like that play-in win meant something because those are young kids who have never seen the playoffs before.
Right.
They're just at the beginning of something potentially amazing. And so those wins mean something. That's experience that they're gaining. And who knows what the limit is. You can't say the same thing with this. Like Stephen Curry's 38, man. Like this is not valuable experience for him. This is just another great moment. But it's not going to lead to anything. It's just one night. I guess it's just the one night things are no longer that.
Okay. So speaking of this, so like you're thinking logically.
Yes.
Which that's fine. And I was also thinking logically tonight too. I didn't think that we were going to win this game. And it's mainly because of Steve Kerr and his rotations. I seriously thought that Steve Kerr was going to roll out a 4-guard lineup tonight and that we were going to lose. And he was going to solely depend on Steph Curry to do everything.
Yeah,
and
3-guard lineups most of the night, but not 4. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I mean, we can make an argument that tonight Steve Kerr made the most sensible game plan out of the whole entire season.
Well, and he got insanely lucky that Al Horford made all of his threes. I mean, it was just like that. That's the part of it that I guess was really crazy is Al Horford going a perfect 4 of 4 from the 3-point line in the fourth quarter of all quarters. Like the fourth quarter, this guy's dropping everything. Porzingis hitting 50% of his threes. To me, the best part of the night was not Stephen Curry being Superman because again, we've seen it a million times. And for the people like how do you pronounce this? Keita Kishima who asked, so you just want to like Steph to just switch teams? No, I'm saying there is a next year. And I'm saying prepare for that. Steph is back next year. And I'm actually looking forward to seeing how Steph plays with a new coach. I'm like really excited about that. Like someone who's going to give Steph a fresh perspective and teach him maybe new things. My biggest takeaway from tonight was actually Guy Santos having that game. And I said that very beginning. I thought he was fantastic. Like there was one possession where he attacked the paint and he did this spin move. And I can't remember who was guarding him. It was either Mathurin or maybe even Kawhi. And dude, he just put these defenders on skates.
He had a
And
couple of nice
he was
ones.
hitting, and he hit 50% of his threes. Like Guy Santos, man, have yourself a game, dude. Like that was awesome. To me, that was my greatest takeaway. I guess ultimately, Derek, and look, we can agree to disagree on this. That Stephen Curry, if you're a fan of his, it's awesome that he won tonight. For me, it's like, what does this compare to all of his other great nights, though? It's like this is a playing game as your 9-10. It's like, I don't know. This is where the fan side of me just is not going to win over the logic side of my brain. But
and it's because things had to go right. I mean, first, it all starts with Steve Kerr playing the right lineups. And I can make an argument based off of the gravity of Steph Curry. If Steve Kerr continues to do the right thing, which it's an if argument. So I already lost. I already lost. It's an if argument, okay?
It's not a competition. It's okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So if Steve Kerr continues to put the right lineups out there, I do believe we can be competitive against the OKC Thunder. And I know Desi just got done saying this, but Desi, I disagree with you. Steph Curry is way better than SGA. SGA is a foul merchant.
Who's saying otherwise?
Desi said that SGA is the best player in the world, and I don't think that he is. I think that the referee's been carrying him to look like he's the best player in the world.
I'm not going to say that either, but what I am going to say is you like an NBA team has 14, 15 dudes on it, and you go 2 through 14 or 15. OKC has such an advantage that it's going to be unfair to Steph, dude. Not to mention you're not going to get the odds of getting consistent nights like this where you're shooting nearly 50% from three. That's not going to happen. You're not going to get days off either. Like Steph, Al Horford, and Porzingis were on minute restrictions tonight. You think that's going to get lifted when this team's playing every other day for the next 2 weeks?
Health plays a factor. Also, so tonight, I believe that this was the first game that we witnessed the true potential of Porzingis playing with the gravity of Steph Curry. He was 8 for 12 tonight, 20 points, 3 for 6 from the three. I believe that it was because Steph Curry had true minutes. It was a real game that it unlocked Porzingis. I know OKC Thunder has the best defense. It's really good. But that gravity of Steph Curry changes things.
Of course, yeah. No doubt.
If Porzingis continues this and he's able to not be sick, not miss games, again, this is all big ifs. I do believe we can be competitive against OKC. But of course, logically, I'm depending on a lot. I'm depending on health. I'm depending on Steve Kerr not doing small ball lineups. It's a lot of ifs. So at the end of the day, overall, yes, you are right, okay?
I don't even care if I'm right. I mean, I'm not, especially with you, I'm not like arguing. I don't feel like I'm arguing with you. I just look, I'm trying to look forward to a future where Steve Kerr is not the head coach of this team. And I'm trying to look forward to a future where we can look ahead to new players that can bring this organization up from the depths that they've fallen into, where they're not finishing the season as a play-in consistently. I mean, this was like the fourth year in a row, third year in a row.
We're going to be still stuck. Steve Kerr coming back next year, we're going to be still stuck in this limbo.
Yes.
The team might be hurt again, even with the new draft pick. Team might be hurt again. So yeah, I understand for sure.
And so you really think OKC? So in your mind, and here's the reason why like tonight's lineup it went perfectly for the Warriors, but here's the reason why I have zero faith of something like this thing working against OKC. You need Al Horford to never get hurt. This is a guy who's going to turn 40 years old soon, who just came back from a strained calf. You need Kristaps Porzingis to stay healthy for, again, and you're going to get some days where you might get 2 days in between games, but you're going to have a lot of situations where it's just 1 day off in between games. These guys are too old to do this through 4 rounds, let alone 1 round. That's why I ultimately have zero faith in this team. Their best players are ancient, and for one night they got healthy. Unbelievable shit. I have zero faith that's gonna sustain. Like that's why I'm cynical about this team in its current form. They're just too old. They're just way too old. Like, but they had a hell of a night.
Hell of a night. Hell of a night.
Yeah. So, anyways, where's your woman tonight, man? Is she with you?
She's in the bed asleep.
Oh, good. You get well, not good. I'm sorry, but I said that because maybe you get to enjoy some free time and you're coming on the show because of that. But
yeah, I'm super hyped right now. I can't sleep right now. Not after that game. Not after that game.
What are your thoughts, real quick? And then we're going to bring Ray on next. So here's the order for folks waiting: Ray, Naveen, and Tim of the City. That's who's left, and then we'll be done. What are your thoughts on Phoenix Friday? And again, the Hall of Famer Rick Barry will join us tomorrow to preview that.
Again, everything is based off of if. So, like, Steve Kerr done this before, where he did the right thing one game and did something completely off the next game. Usually what happens is that once he does something right and we do get a win, he goes back and reverts back to small ball. So I don't know if we're going to see a lineup of Brandon Podziemski with Stephen Curry and I don't know the other guy with the stash.
Pat?
Yeah, Pat.
I was a little
Spencer.
surprised Seth didn't play tonight. Were you surprised by that or no?
I'd rather have Seth out there. At least he can shoot threes. But
exactly.
When you have Pat Spencer and Brandon Podziemski, you cancel out the defense and the offense because they're not really that good on offense either. So at least with Seth, you're going to get 3-point production.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I really don't know. It all depends on what Steve Kerr does with the lineups. If he does something similar to what he did tonight, and Porzingis shows up, Porzingis is not sick, I believe we can win that game. But it's not a guarantee.
Yeah. And again, I don't think we should forget either that the LA Clippers they're not a good team. Like, they're okay. It's incredible that they finished with an above 500 record, the first team in NBA history to do so after falling 15 games below 500 in the season. But they're not a real team, man. I mean, Kawhi Leonard's unbelievable. You take him away. Darius Garland picked up his 5th foul in the third quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Benedict Mathurin was unbelievable. But outside of those three, and again, I don't know if Mathurin's very consistent, but it's yeah. What did you already give your prediction for Phoenix or no?
Oh,
what do you think is going to happen?
My prediction is if Steve Kerr does the right lineup, then I believe that we have a chance of winning. If he reverts back to small ball, we will lose.
Yeah, Phoenix should be interesting. And the Warriors lost 3 of 4 this season to the Suns. They beat them 3 out of 4 times this season.
Is Phoenix smaller than the Clippers?
They have Mark Williams as their center. That's a good question. Let's look that up right now.
Because if they are smaller than the Clippers, then Steve Kerr might roll with a 4-guard lineup.
So the expected – well, let's start here. The starting lineup that Phoenix rolled out in their loss to the Trailblazers. They started Dylan Brooks. Mark Williams is a traditional big. What's Jordan like? How big is Jordan Goodwin? Let me look him up real fast. So Jordan. Oh, Jordan. Yeah. So realistically, that's an interesting point you brought up there, Derek, because Phoenix did start with a 4-guard lineup. They basically have Mark Williams as a traditional center, and then they surrounded him with Jalen Green, Jordan Goodwin, Devin Booker, and Dylan Brooks. And then Colin Gillespie comes off the bench for him. He's a guard. Royce O'Neal is a wing. I don't know much about Oso Iguodala. He's 6'11", but I don't know much about him. He's a second-year player, former second-round pick. He played 23 minutes in the loss to Portland. And then Ryan Dunn, who's a wing. So, dude, no, this is going to be small ball. So you're sitting here saying that if the Warriors abandon what they did in this game tonight and go back to the small ball lineup, they're going to lose? Or are you saying that?
So I looked up the OKC versus Golden State Warriors record this year. Thunder won all of the games, but
correct.
If you remember, there were some key details that we watched in that game. So on November 7th, Thunder won by 104, Warriors lost 97. That was very close. Why was it close? It was Steve Kerr reverting from good rotations to bad rotations. You even saw that in the game. Remember the game where Seth Curry had like 18 points? and we were
Yes.
like in the game. And then Guy Santos was also playing well. And then Steve Kerr automatically said, okay, sit down, Guy Santos, sit down, Seth Curry. And then that's when OKC just took off. So don't let this fool you. We was in the games. It was just the fact that Steve Kerr was not playing Guy Santos correct minutes, and he was reverting away from what is working. And also, we didn't have Steph Curry. I don't think we didn't have Steph Curry on January 10th or March 7th. So I mean, I'm a competitor. I want to see the best versus the best. I want to, and OKC's been ducking and dodging us forever. I really wanted them last year, but then Steph Curry got injured. I want to see it, but I want Steve Kerr to, even if it's one game where everybody's healthy, Steve Kerr does the right rotations. I really want to see who's the best because I don't know. And if it's OKC being the best, then that's fine. But I really want to see the best with the correct rotations. Steph Curry versus SGA. I don't want to hide. I mean, guys, we need
You want
to
to see
fight.
it this year, so you want to see it like now.
Yeah, I want.
All right.
Why not fight? Like, guys,
You want to bet
collectively.
money?
Well, I'm just saying, collectively, we're the Warriors. We should have some damn pride. This has been our league for the last 15 years. Why are we going to just let some newcomers, SGA and them, just run things without competing and seeing and putting our best player against their best player? Like, come on now. When it matters the most. When it matters the most. Why not?
And this is just my take, but I think last year was the last year was your shot, and part of it is when the Warriors beat OKC last year, 2 out of 3 times, by the way, and the third time was they didn't have Steph, and they still almost beat OKC, but Kuminga was balling in those games. Like Kuminga was almost the single biggest reason why the Warriors beat OKC 2 out of 3 times. And to not have that, I mean, I love Guy Santos, but Guy is not someone that can like take over games and is not some athletic freak that's just going to dominate
Cyrus,
both sides.
even you saying that's more evidence that this is more of a Steve Kerr problem than it is our players' problem.
Yes,
because we've been at it. We've been at it. It's not like OKC is totally like putting the hammer down on us.
Oh, I think they will. This year, I think they will. I think you're well, here's another thing. Last year, OKC did not have world championship experience.
Right.
That is such a difference, dude. Like they now know what it takes to climb the mountain and get to the top. That experience is invaluable, and they didn't have that last year. So that was still a vulnerability from a psychological edge, like confidence type thing. You don't have that anymore, man. They're also champions. They also have been there. They know what all I'm saying, Derek, is sacrificing 4 spots in the draft, sacrificing a shot of the lottery so that for a chance to play okay. I don't want to see that, dude. And we can agree to disagree, I guess otherwise, but
it's a stretch. I understand. It's a stretch.
Yeah, it's a huge stretch. Some paid chats. Family or Nothing dropped $1.99 and said nothing. Followed that up with another $1.99, writing that Steve Kerr is not going anywhere, win or lose. You don't know that. You don't know that. But appreciate the donation. Family or Nothing, another $1.99, saying, "Were you this big of a fan before Steph?" I think I'll already show that. Answer is yes.
If that's me, no.
Who's your team? I've never been like a fan of like individuals. That's never been how I rolled. And when I was young, they used to be like strongly frowned upon because these are all team sports. I get lectured on shit like that with the message being, if you want to be a fan of an individual, follow tennis, follow golf. Those are individual sports. These are team sports. So I've always just, the Warriors have been my team, man. That's the team that I've followed. Derek, who is your team? Do you have one, or are you just an individual player fan?
I mean, my team is the Warriors, as long as Steph Curry here.
Well, okay. Before Steph, who was your team?
It was the Kobe Bryant Los Angeles Lakers.
Okay, that was a hell of a. That was an entertaining team, man. Are you from LA? Like, are you a SoCal kid?
No, but I seriously thought that was going to be the end of basketball when Kobe retired, and then that's when Steph Curry emerged, and that's when they started. That's when all of this stuff was new. The 3-ball was new, and I was like, "Holy shit, what is this?" Like, I was like, "Okay, we still in it." And so then I think I started following with the Warriors. I think it was the year. It was like the year or 2 years before they won the title, because I was in college at the time, and I could only watch the late games, and so I could only catch the games that was on the West because I lived in Illinois. And I stumbled upon a Warriors game, and I saw them playing. I saw how fast they were going, and I saw the wild 3-point shots. I was like, "You can't do that!" And then I saw it go there, and I was like, "What?" It was like I discovered gold. I was like, "What is this?" And then I was hooked ever since. I was like, "I'm not missing a Warriors game." So I looked at the schedule. I made sure to catch them. There's never they just did a documentary on the game versus OKC when Steph hit that one ridiculous shot. And I remember that like it was yesterday.
Yeah, and again, your timing worked out perfectly, because the night that Kobe Bryant dropped 60 and then retired right after that was the same night the Warriors won 73. So you just literally skipped from one rock to another and kept rooting for greatness. Let's listen to Draymond Green. This is live. The NBA is streaming these press conferences on social media, and let's hear what Draymond has to say following tonight's 126-121 victory.
There will never be a person that I will want to prove more to than myself. The same people that say our losses up.
Time. The Draymond Green haters quiet tonight. Derek, any thoughts there?
I believe that this was one of Draymond Green's best games of his career. Without Draymond Green, we lose this game, especially that play where he got that steal on Kawhi when we had, I think, a 2-point lead. It was a key steal because Kawhi was about to make a move. It was about to be like, all right, Steph Curry hit that shot. Okay, now I'm about to go. And I was scared for a minute. I was real scared. Draymond Green came out with some clutch plays. So,
yeah,
hey, everybody was on him, how he's washed and all this stuff and that. Not when it matters. Not when it matters. So he came through.
Beautiful. Any final thoughts?
That is it. For me, I'm a hope that Steve Kerr does the right rotations next game. For you, I know that you don't want him to. So we'll see.
Well, it's if this was a team that had a legitimate shot for a deep postseason run, my tone would be night and day different. But yeah, I have no faith. And for example, we have an email that just came in. So let's open up the mailbag for just 1 second, Derek, while I have you here.
Letters. We get letters. We get stacks and stacks of letters.
And this email comes from Roberti Mao. Roberti writes, respectfully betting $50 only if the Warriors make the playoffs versus OKC. I truly believe we will win. Best, Roberti. No. I'm not going to take that bet. You're basically saying you're going to bet on the Warriors to beat the Suns. Yeah, no.
He said,
of course they could beat the Suns.
No, he said if we beat the Suns and then we go to the playoffs, he's going to bet you $50 against OKC.
But you think that's what he's saying?
That's what it sounded like to me. But also, it's a big if we beat the Suns. It's not a guarantee we're going to beat the Suns.
Oh. All right.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, thank you for clarifying. Roberti, I will happily take that bet. I've got your email address. I'll get back to you. So there's another $50. Look at that.
If we make it there, said, it's not a guarantee.
I'm trying to put together consolation, emotional consolation prize, emotional hedge bets, if you will, betting against my team so that I can at least get some money in the process. All right. Good to see you, Derek.
It's good seeing you.
Make some appearances more often, man. You're missed.
You'll see me again on Friday.
Good. I'll see you Friday night. All right, brother.
All right.
Always a pleasure, man. Real quick before you go, promote your YouTube channel. Are you still producing content for for weightlifters and Mr. Olympian hopefuls and all that good stuff?
Yes, sir. YouTube channel's Relentless Attitude.
Relentless. That's simple. All they have to do is type in Relentless Attitude.
Relentless Attitude to YouTube, and then Instagram is also Relentless_Attitude.
And Derek, one last thing before you go.
You like it in juice, huh? Juice is very good, huh? We like the juice.
It's good.
Juice is good. Very good.
It is good. But just stay away from it.
I can't hear what that says on my end.
You couldn't hear it?
Nah.
Oh, it's an old SNL skit where just a bunch of guys say, "Here, I'll play one more time."
You like it in juice, huh?
You couldn't hear that?
It says tap mute, and I hit that, and then I heard the laughter at the end.
All right, one more time.
You like it in juice, huh? Juice is very good, huh? We like the juice.
The
Juice is
dangerous.
good. Very
It's
good.
good, but it's very dangerous. So just stay away from the juice. All right, just stay healthy. Love you, brother. I've been saving that clip for like months for you. I'm glad you're finally here. Relentless Attitude, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, subscribe, please, folks. And Derek, have a great night, man. Always good to see you. I'll see you Friday.
Okay.
All right, brother. That's Derek. Relentless Attitude is the name of the account. We go to Ray. Are you still with us? Thanks for waiting. Ray. You've been waiting a long time. I'm not going to boot you. I'll just put you back in the green room, and then I'll come back to you, all right? Let's go to Naveen, who I believe joins us from Dallas, Texas. Naveen, how are you doing? Naveen, we might have lost. I saw him write something saying he couldn't stay up late. Some more paid chats. I think I already addressed this one from Family or Nothing, who writes, "Were you this big of a fan before Steph?" Yes. Sleepy Floyd was my first favorite basketball player in the mid 80s. It was still mid 80s. Then Chris Mullin was my favorite basketball player. I was a Run TMC fan. I remember when the Warriors traded Mitch Richmond, I was beyond peeved. And for a brief moment, I had hopes that Billy Owens was the smart choice. We learned very quickly that was not the smart move, and breaking up Run TMC was stupid. I was a Chris Webber fan, and for 1 year was hopeful that the Golden State Warriors were just at the beginning of something great. And then, of course, they traded him for nothing. I loved Latrell Sprewell, even after he choked out PJ Carlesimo. And then Baron Davis got me excited again. I always followed the team, but the dark years, it was very hard to be excited about the team. But the Warriors have always been my team. And Steph is just incredible. Yeah, it's absolutely incredible. But again, the nostalgia thing is just, it's not my thing. I don't give a shit. Paul Lipford, $2 donation, writing, "I am so upset. Kerr will probably be back." Let's just stay hopeful that Friday night does not end up as another favorable Steve Kerr evening. That's what I'm personally hoping for. But Paul Lipford, I feel your pain, even if a lot of people don't. Family or Nothing, another $1.99, writing, "Trade Stephen Curry then, because he still wants to win. Or how about you just keep him and you change the coach?" There's like no hard rule that says Steve Kerr has to be here as long as Stephen Curry's playing. Stephen Curry was devastated when the Golden State Warriors fired Mark Jackson and replaced him with Steve Kerr. And then Stephen Curry realized, oh, I am greatness. Doesn't matter who the coach is. And I'd love to see Steph get one final run with another coach. Who knows how that'll turn out? I'm just so over the Steve Kerr era. My God. Kita Kashima writes, "So you want to like Steph to just switch teams instead of staying here just for the Warriors to have a future?" Again, no, it is not an either or situation. I want Steph to come back, and I want them to start building for the future. Why can't you do both? Not to mention, where are you going to get players to surround Steph with to maintain relevance? Free agents don't want to come here. The only assets you have for a trade are those first round picks, and I don't know who you're going to get other than Giannis. In what world are people forgetting that the draft is how you build greatness? Like, this dynasty was built through the draft. So many people have forgotten that. Armando Lore, the professor, dropping $1.99 saying fun throwback games, very enjoyable, fun vibes. Naveen, let's try you again. Are you back with us?
Yes, are you able to hear me?
There we go. I can hear you loud and clear. Yeah, how are you doing? Let me turn the music down.
Yeah, I'm good, Sai. How are you? It's been a while.
It has been a while from you as well. Yeah, a lot of people coming out of the woodwork, man. What's on your mind tonight?
Yeah, I mean, initially, I was connecting regularly in the beginning of the season, but then after Jimmy got injured and then a lot of stuff happened, watching Warriors again, I didn't want to, I mean, I was watching the games, but I didn't want to come onto the show. But
Well, there wasn't much to
yeah,
really
today,
talk about or be excited about, right?
yeah, exactly. So coming, I was traded, all those talk before that, and then this Brandon Pojemski, I don't know how he plays one day and how he plays the other day. Only thing which was kind of exciting towards the end, maybe Guy Santos, which like who came to a team friendly kind of, we can call it maybe at least now. His contract is really nice.
Incredible.
I mean,
Agreed.
yeah. So today he almost got like starter minutes, and then he did what he has to do. Like he played really well. So yeah, but I was even myself like, I don't know. I can't say that I'm confident that Warriors gonna draft good good prospect anyway. Today I was really, I wanted to have this game. You know what you were saying that instead of this, we might. I mean, if we lost this game, maybe we would have got like better pick. But I don't trust the front office to make good decision out of it.
Well, the good news
But
is
anyway,
if they lose Friday, they have the same pick. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again, Naveen. You're right. You're right to not trust this front office. But the draft is so deep that if they get a top 4 pick, they can't screw it up. It'd be like let's say you had this front office, right? A front office you don't trust, but Victor Wembanyama's in the draft, and you get the number 1 pick. You could have the worst front office ever, but you can't screw that up. And that's how deep this draft is, where if you get a top 4 pick, can't screw it up. Any one of those 4 would be an incredible addition right off the bat. And if you end up falling to 11, there's still talent there. You could even get like a player that's like a 4-year graduate, right? So he has some he's coming in with some experience, and he's not coming in as raw as some of these other guys. That's how deep. If this was not a deep draft, my mentality would be very different. I'd be like, the hell with it. Let's just, sure, Steph, go out of your mind. I'll celebrate. But this draft is too deep to ignore, like, you know, the ramifications of dropping for no good reason other than so that you could celebrate for one night, which is what this is.
I completely agree with you. I really hope that some Dallas kind of miracle happens where Adam Silver says fuck all the tanking teams and encourage someone who's still trying to win, maybe like us, getting that 1% chance of having top pick, maybe, I don't know. But today, honestly, when I was tuning in the game, one, I thought maybe this will be the last game of the season. Second and major reason was the pre-game remarks of Steve Kerr, which sounded like it might be his last game.
It did. You're right.
So that's the reason why I tuned in. Like, I know that I was thinking that it will be last game, and I heard that. I mean, according to the remarks which I heard, I thought it will be honestly Steve Kerr's last game. So I thought maybe I'll see one last game of his. But looks like maybe it extended one more. I don't know. If you remember, I don't know. I don't think you will be remembering, obviously. But in the beginning of the season, when Warriors won, I think against Denver, I tuned in with you, and I was saying that stylistically, OKC and Warriors, like we generally have a good chance, which showed last season. Obviously, this season everything was gone. Last season we had I think we won 2 or 3 games against OKC. I think stylistically we matched with them well, but we don't have any Arsenal now. I mean, even if we make it out of Phoenix, I don't think we have chance. But still, again, if you see, even OKC is not like full. The J-Dub literally after his contract and injury, he was non-existent. Like you can't like last season you can say that. I mean, at least I felt that if not for him, they would not have won that Pacers series and not at least 2 series. SGA was not the main guy to me at least. I mean, J-Dub was doing a lot of hard work and he literally pulled them out. And I don't know, like looks like you are high on them, but even this season I'm not high on them. I think maybe Spurs. Like, have you seen the in-season tournament? They literally Spurs literally punked them. I don't think.
But
OKC is
Naveen,
coming
when
out.
has the in-season tournament ever reflected the postseason? You
Yeah.
look at for example, the Lakers won the in-season tournament 3 years ago, and they were utter shit that postseason. I think the Pacers did the Pacers win it 2 years ago? Like the Bucks won it.
Pacers
It doesn't
won
mean
the other
shit.
season.
Yeah, the in-season
Pacers
tournament
won
doesn't mean anything.
I do understand, but Pacers won it the other season. If not for Halley's injury, I don't know. Last season they wouldn't have won it. I don't know. But again, if it's not like only that particular time, right? Spurs are playing literally like very consistent basketball. I really hope OKC. I mean, my picks would be Spurs or Nuggets coming out of West. I'm not seeing OKC coming out of West, and I'm hoping it would be against Celtics. I don't know.
Hold
I
on,
might
you
be wrong.
said you hope the Warriors make the finals and play the Celtics?
Not Warriors. Spurs or Nuggets.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, that makes sense. OKC won 64 games this year, and over the last, the only teams that have won more games over a 2-year span than OKC last year and this year are the Warriors in 2015 through 17, and the Bulls 90, I think 6 through 8. Like what OKC is, I'm trying to say that what OKC is doing is historical in terms of dominance. I mean, look, if some of you need to see it to believe it, it might be coming. It might be coming.
Yeah, I see that. But if you see last year's Denver Nuggets, if Aaron Gordon was not hurt, they would have taken everything. It's because of his
the
injury.
Nuggets are also a damn good team. Like I wouldn't want the Warriors to play the Nuggets either.
No. I'm not saying I'm not saying that Warriors are going to win against OKC and going against other team. I want them to lose so that they don't exhaust their energies, because we don't have full team. If we have Jimmy Butler and Moses Moody, maybe we would have think like, because the rotations will be shorter, we would be playing 8 to 10 people. I would have thought we would have some chance, but now we don't have any chance. I'm just saying that would be. I'm not like high on OKC. That's what I'm trying to say. That's it.
I wish my bangs weren't doing that. You're just not high. I hear you. I mean, you're not high on OKC. Look, the fact that Denver, to me, the fact that Denver almost beat them last year, I don't think that necessarily means that OKC is not as good as they are. That just means that the Nuggets are also a powerhouse. There's a good 3 to 4 teams, maybe even 5 in the NBA that are at an elite level. And I think any of these teams would just slaughter the Golden State Warriors in a 7-game series. OKC,
Absolutely.
San Antonio, Denver, Boston, maybe Detroit. Because Detroit's just unproven. That's the only reason why I'm a little hesitant to include them. But I don't think the Warriors would stand a chance in hell against any of those teams. They're all deep. They're all big. They're all athletic. They're all younger. They all have multiple scoring options. They're all well coached. Everything that, and the one thing that I'm a little surprised that no one is thinking about this, and maybe you should. The Warriors had to shoot nearly 50% from deep to beat the Clippers tonight, and the Clippers suck.
But why are we
Yeah.
getting those shots? Why don't you think that? Why are we getting those shots?
Because of Steph's gravity.
Yeah, exactly. The same thing would be happening against. See, when we had
So
a
you
winning
think
record,
every night Porzingis is going to shoot 50% or better from three? You think every night Al Horford is going to go 4 of 7 from deep, including a perfect 4 of 4 in the fourth quarter? I don't think that's going to happen.
yeah, obviously. I mean,
You know?
I don't think it will be happening either. But have you seen, like, how about, let me put it this way, right? How about if we had Jimmy Butler and Moses Moody this season? How do you feel against OKC?
Well, we
How do you
don't.
feel
It would be a
against
different
Spurs?
story. It would
Yeah,
be
how
a
do you
different
feel
story.
against Spurs? Yeah, because even this season, I think we were having very good record against Spurs, where OKC was shitting against Spurs. Steph Curry was averaging some 40 or 45 against them. Even with having Wemby, they won against them like one-sided. I mean,
But where you lose me is you're sitting here saying that without Jimmy Butler and without Moses Moody,
because we
that they
don't
still have a
them.
shot.
No. I'm not saying that they have a shot now. I'm not saying
So what are
that.
you trying to say, Naveen?
No, I'm saying that, okay, like whatever happened today, like I felt happy about the game. I mean, I don't know about the picks because I literally feel two things which I'm praying for should happen. I mean, one out of the two things. One, maybe some kind of Dallas miracle where they got the number 1 pick, something like that happens. Other one,
Or even
other
top
one is,
four. Even
yeah,
top
top
four
four.
would be that's how deep this draft is. You don't have to shoot for one. You shoot for any of the top 4 picks. And the Warriors have a 1 in 11 chance at that, literally. That's
Yeah.
why, to me, it is lunacy. Just ignoring that very plausible reality of getting a top 4 pick. This is not a draft where the team with the number 1 pick wins. This is a draft where anybody with a top 4 pick wins. And the Warriors have a 1 in 11 shot right now. And a lot of people tonight that I had to block because they were trolling or because, again, they're just casual fans who want to act like tonight meant something. They just want to ignore that. They just want to go all in and play OKC and ignore the fact that by doing that, you never mind that you drop from 11 to 15 in the draft. And at that point, each additional pick you're losing means a reduction in talent, a reduction in a possibility of getting a good draft pick. But now you're out of the running for the lottery. And again, if you don't believe me that OKC is going to hammer this Warriors team, and when I say hammer them, I'm talking like every one of these games will be blowouts. It's going to be embarrassing. And then what annoys the shit out of me is every single person who crawled out of the woodwork, every asshole who was in a crawl space for months, who showed up tonight acting like they've been hardcore fans of this team all season when I haven't seen any one of you for months, and you show up now when Stephen Curry has some huge miraculous game against the Clippers, every single one of you clowns will be MIA again. And that peeves me to no end. Like when you sit here and say, dude, address the people on Twitter. I don't give a shit about those people because they're all going to go quiet one way or another. They're either going to go quiet Friday night or they're going to get even louder Friday night. And then they're all going to shut up starting Sunday when OKC beats the ever-living shit out of them. I don't want to see that. I don't know what the point is of witnessing that other than, again, some folks like yourself, Naveen, you actually think that's going to be a competitive series. Let's bet if you think otherwise. I'm willing to put money down on this if you are. Email me if any of you out there actually think OKC is an opponent that the Warriors can compete against. Put your money where your mouth is and bet me. All I'm saying is I do not see what the benefit is to that at all. Like that is going to be such a slaughtering. And for what? To give up draft picks and now suddenly like the hope of Steve Kerr coming back is becoming a reality again. This is just insanity to me, man. It's insanity to me.
Yeah, even I agree with you that OKC will be slaughtering us. So that's why I'm praying for two. I mean, one out of two things. One, we get better draft pick. Two, same thing like 2015-16 where KD joined us. I really wish this version of Kawhi, this version, like with this help, joins Warriors. Maybe. I don't know. So that is my wish list. One out of the two should be fine with me.
By the way, Hotline Bling is a good song. I don't know what that song is. Sorry, forgive me. Writing, it will be an ass beating, but I got faith in one game.
Yeah, one more thing which I want to bring out.
What does one game give you? Great. So In what world? So what is losing in 5 instead of 4? How is that any better? What is one win gonna matter when you have this deep ass draft waiting for you? I don't get it, man.
And also one more thing, Sai, I don't think Steph Curry got swept anytime. I mean, why should he have it now?
Exactly. Zeb Bates in the chat wants to bet 1,000 that they don't get swept. I have too much faith in Stephen Curry to place money like that. I will bet the series. I will put down a bet that it doesn't go to 6. I don't think the Warriors have a chance in hell of winning 2 games in that series. If you want to bet 1,000 that it won't go 6, let's do it. But a sweep, no. I have too much respect for Stephen Curry to think that he has no chance in winning at least 1 game against OKC. Let's make that bet for 6 games. I'll do that. Like, I don't think there's a chance in hell. I think there are better odds of an asteroid coming and just wiping us all out in the next 48 hours than there is that the Warriors are going to win 2 games against OKC. Zeb, if you want to make that bet, let's go. 6 games, $1,000. I'll do it. Email me. Again, the email address is right here. Warriors24pod at Gmail. I will put money. I will bet even odds with you. $1,000. I will do that. That the Warriors, you're going to put money down that the Warriors will win 2 games against OKC. Let's go. I'm more than ready for that, but not for a sweep because Steph is a little too good for that. Anyways, Naveen, you were awesome. Any final thoughts? Did I lose you? Naveen, you were fantastic if you still hear us. Ray, I see you. I'm going to save you for the very end. OMG, it's Manny. Yes, we could see you in the chat, brother.
I can't hear you, Si.
You can't hear me? Check.
Yeah, I don't know why I can't hear you, man.
I'm going to leave and come back.
Okay.
Can you read my lips? Leave and come back. Can you read my lips? I hope you can. OMG Manny. Just leave and come back. I was going to bring Tim of the City on, but it says his device is not connected. All right, so let's go into the danger zone. The scoreboard is going to be short and sweet. Real quick, Manny, can you hear me now? Leave and come back. Manny, I'm going to boot you. And then just try and click the link again. I hope you still have that link. All right, so let's go into the danger zone. In the meantime, if Manny comes back, I'll bring him on. But for now, it's only 1 game. So it might be a limited session of the danger zone. Someone wants to be a guest during this segment, so maybe it will be a particularly high level of danger in any regard. Let's step into it. The danger zone.
I'm a stay-at-home son.
Shardal, how are you doing tonight, bud?
Hi, Sai. I'm doing fantastic. I'm doing fantastic tonight. How are you doing as the Golden State Warriors take down the Los Angeles Clippers by a final score of 126-121 from the Intuit Dome in downtown Inglewood, California, behind Steph Curry, who erupted for 35 points, won 12 of 23 from the field, and 7 of 12 from 3.
He did have 35. And again, that's another thing. Like Stephen Curry shot out of his mind tonight.
Against an impressive Los Angeles Clippers squad consisting of Kawhi Leonard, Derek Jones Jr., and Darius Garland. And this was an epic win tonight, and now we don't have to see this effing team again in this tournament, which is a huge relief, and I feel like so good. I don't like the Clippers. I don't like Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, he's haunted the Warriors over the years. That is true. Shardal, can you do the math?
The 2 players that I don't like Kawhi Leonard. I don't like Kyrie Irving.
I feel you. They both beat the Warriors in the NBA Finals. I get it.
And the worst moment I had when as a Warriors fan was when Kawhi Leonard hit that shot when we were playing the Cavaliers. That moment haunted me forever.
Yes, it was a haunting moment. Although you're talking about the Kyrie shot, right?
Kyrie shot.
Yeah, not the
Kyrie shot, not the Kawhi shot.
Chardal, do you mind if we bring on someone who would love to join us?
I love to meet Manny, and I'm a big fan of him, and I would love for you to bring him on. I want to talk with him. Ask him about what he thought. I want to ask him what he thought about this game.
It's not Manny. We'll bring Manny back on as well. I see him in the green room again. But this is Ray. Ray, how you doing, man?
The great Chardal.
Yes.
Hey, what's up, Ray? What were your thoughts on the win? What are your thoughts on the win tonight for the Warriors? We're gonna be moving to face up Phoenix in the second playing game. What are your thoughts on the win tonight?
My thoughts are it was an amazing win. I thought Porzingis was ice. I mean, he was straight Brock Purdy, ice in the veins. I mean, with those 3-pointers, 4 for 4, savage. I think
what about the putback from the missed free throw? Like that was insane.
Dude, I have to say that they were playing insane. And then even if you noticed earlier in the game, Guy Santos made an awesome back. He dribbled the ball behind his back to dodge a guy, then to make the shot. It was amazing play by everybody to make the win. Sai, I know you think they have no shot against OKC, but I'm telling you, brother, they got a shot for legit if they play right. If you get Porzingis, and you don't need 7 games, you only need 4. If you can get them to win 4 games, and I think 3 games they can battle, and 4 games, somehow they're going to have to come up with a magic game, but I think that they can do it. I think Porzingis can come out and make the threes. I think Horford might be able to come again in a magical game. 1 game out of the 7 series, that's all we need. I think the 3 other games we can battle.
So when I was watching this
real
game,
quick, shut up, hold 1 second. Ray, will you bet me? Are you that confident?
I'll send you a couple dollars.
All right. Well, and again, you don't. All you have to do to win the bet is the Warriors win 2 games.
Okay, yeah, we'll throw a few dollars at you. You know, worries just because you know what? All I gotta say is, what's the name of the team? It's the Warriors.
True.
You don't give up even when the battle is fierce. You fight to the death. So let them fight to the death. Even if we go down by OKC, let them fight, because you know what? I'm telling you, Sai, I think that they could pull one out. If they play right, they could pull one out. Pods, you go for 3, you got to go for 2.
You got to pull 2 out though to win the bet. You got to pull 2 out to win the bet, not 1. So
no worries.
All right,
that's okay.
Email me, Ray, please.
Sai,
Sai, we agree most of the time. You know that I've been watching for a long time. When you were a fan of Pods and I said Pods didn't have it, you know, even Larry Kruger said, Ray, Pods has it. I don't know.
That was a while back. Was they just kind of not...
You were giving him a shot. You were giving him a shot.
Yes, yeah. Fans a strong word, but I was giving him a shot.
Hey, Sai, so you know when I was watching this Warriors and Clippers game on TV, I was getting cynical that we would lose this game, and my dad was actually watching the game with me, and he was saying, like, don't get cynical. What happens if Steph Curry goes off? Warriors will win the game. I was getting cynical because I was saying, like, Dad, we're gonna lose this game. Warriors are not gonna win. And my dad said, like, don't be cynical like that. Don't think negative thoughts. Think positive thoughts. We're gonna win this game, and they won the game eventually.
There you go, Chardal.
My dad is a very smart thinking man. I really liked about him.
Shout out
very
to the
good two nice parents, right? Like, you know, that you think that was a good thing. He was convincing me that don't think that way. And you know, I'm a big Warriors fan. I was thinking, like, we're gonna go home, we're gonna lose this, we're gonna get eliminated, no more Suns and Warriors.
No, Nicholas Kerr, that's what he was saying to his dad.
And I was saying, like, Dad, we're gonna lose this game, Dad. Like, this is looking really bad. Like, Warriors are gonna get their ass kicked, and we're gonna be out of this freaking tournament, and we're not gonna see anybody.
Hey, the great Chardal.
And I'm happy, you know, because it's always
small guy wins, and you know it might be unlikely.
My dad should be a guru. He's thinking that don't think that negative, right?
He is a guru. It sounds like.
My dad is a guru.
The great Chardal. You're taking lessons from your dad.
So Ray, where are you at now with Pajemski? Like, do you like him, or where does he stand?
I'm still at the same spots where I've been with Pods. Is that, like, when I told a long time ago, he's great as a backup. He needs to be 2nd or 3rd rotation. He's spotty.
I'm having so much fun talking with him right now that you brought him on. No, I'm saying I'm so happy you brought him. I'm so happy you.
We're getting together.
Sai,
We're gonna
I'm
be
so
happy
happy that you brought him on. You did a really nice thing because I like to talk to the new viewers.
Though I know at the age, Sai ain't be drinking, we be smoking. So we'll be great, Chardon. We'll be smoking. It'll be great.
Hey, we'll be smoking. We'll be smoking crack.
Ray, have a good night,
No,
brother.
Not that. No. Only that Bay Area good stuff. You know, not the bad.
All right.
Not the bad stuff.
Ray,
Not
any
the
final
bad
thoughts,
stuff,
brother?
Never the bad stuff.
Ray,
Hey,
anything you want to
final
add before we
thought
go?
is that the Warriors got a shot. Don't give up on them. Sai, we'll spend a little money. I'll throw a little cash your way because they may not win. But hey, you know what? We got to still support the Warriors no matter what.
Steph Curry's gonna drop another 40-point burger against Phoenix.
There we go. There we go.
Did he drop 40 on them this season?
No, I'm saying Steph Curry dropped 35 against LA. He's gonna drop at least 50 against Phoenix. He's gonna put more.
50. Okay, all right.
Whoa, that's a big one.
Like in seconds, it went from 40 to 50. Like
10 points, real fast. That was real quick.
Ray, email me, please. And again, I'm not. It doesn't have to be like.
No. It won't be a copious amount. We'll throw a few dollars just for fun.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. I'm all in.
Right on, brother.
Gambling's fun. Gambling's fun, and it's brought to you by FanDuel, of course. Ray, thank you, brother.
No worries.
Chardol, anything you want to say to Ray before he goes?
It's great that you joined us today on this phenomenal day as the Warriors get the win over the Clippers. Man, we got to keep this going, man. Keep this going. Keep the ball rolling, man. And we beat Portland. We get that number. We face off against OKC, and then everything's gonna be great from that point.
Right, the Warriors. Let's go, baby. Warriors win. We got this. Keep warring. Keep believing. Let's go. This power in numbers. Let's go.
Don't stop believing, like the Giants motto.
Exactly. Don't stop believing.
Yeah, don't stop believing is the Giants motto.
Isn't that a song?
It's a song by Journey. It's a song by Journey.
Yeah,
Ray, you're getting a lot of compliments, Ray, in our chat regarding your smile. People saying it's infectious. They like it.
I don't know about it. I didn't read the chat comments yet, but
they're complimentary. They all like you, man. They're all saying your smile is a positive. So
let's roll with it. Keep the positive energy, Warriors, everybody. Hey, to all the Warriors fans, high five. Let's roll. Let's do this.
If we had a show, his name is Ray, right? If we had a show, we should have the Ray Doll show, the Ray plus Chardol show, the Ray Doll show.
Hey, but we gotta have Sai on there though. We can't leave Sai out of it.
So we got. I'll stay in the background. I'll produce. You two could have just a kick-ass show.
We should have our own show.
Sai will do the morning show. So when you're tired, me and Chardol will do the morning, and then
let's do the morning. Can we do the morning show?
Take over Golden Days, yeah.
Yeah.
Can we do the Golden Days?
Chardol, I don't know if you're gonna like this though. Mr. Silax in the chat is saying Ray should be the closer. Chardol,
F you, I'm the closer. Get the fuck out of here. I'm the closer, man. You gonna compete with me? You're gonna compete with this handsome-looking fella right here?
I'm only here to ask.
No, Ray, you're not being the closer. Get out of here. I'm the closer. Shut up.
No way. I'm only here to add. I'm not here to be the closer. Chardol, you're the closer. You're the man, brother. No disrespect.
No, we're just having fun. Chardol, you're not. Don't worry. Don't feel threatened.
Chardol, no, I'm having fun. I'm having fun. We're having fun over here. In the end, we're having fun. That's all that matters. We're having fun in the end.
All right, Ray.
No hostility towards anybody.
Ray, I've seen that hoop behind you before, but I want to compliment you again on that. That is, I love those door hang hoops. Grew up on those things, man.
That's old school. That's that's.
Hey Ray, I know how to make Sai laugh.
Hey, dude,
I have a great sense of humor, man. Sai always laughs at my corny jokes.
We're gonna have a live event. We got to do a live stream. Me, you, Chardol. We're gonna do a live stream one of these times. We'll go to a game, do something, and we'll do a show live.
Sai likes my corny. He likes my corny jokes.
There you go.
All right, Ray, have a great night, brother. Great to see you. And again, we're all going to get together. Hopefully, Steve Kerr is still gone.
Hey, Ray,
and we'll all have a party.
It was great having you on, and I fucking love you, brother. Keep fucking coming on here. You're the fucking man. Keep coming back on this fucking
night, man.
Killing it. And
Chardol, do you mind if we bring on OMG? It's Manny real fast.
I would love to talk to him. Can you please bring him on?
Yeah, OMG Manny joins us from Orlando, Florida. So I'm guessing it's like 2:50 in the morning there.
Where
Manny,
it is exactly. Yep, it's 2:50 in the morning.
What were your thoughts on the win today for the Warriors over the Clippers? And we're going to be facing the Suns now in the second playing game.
Well, I'm not as optimistic. I'm more of a realistic. And I mean, I'm glad that they won this game. I think they owe that at least to Steph. But me personally, I don't want them winning over Phoenix because of a higher pick. But at the same time, it doesn't matter if we even get a first round pick. Steve Kerr will DNP a first round pick for Brandon Pajemski.
So are you afraid that if we play Phoenix on the second round, are you afraid that if we face them against OKC, OKC will kill us in the first round? Are you afraid of that? Are you wary that if we face OKC, we're gonna get blown out against SGA and Chet Holmgren and Jalen Williams and all those other players on OKC?
No, I'm not afraid. I'm realistic, and I know that's what's going to happen because we're underpowered. We're missing Jimmy. We're missing Moses. I don't think we match up well right now as we're currently built. And the problem is that we're very one-dimensional in our offense when Steph Curry's out there.
So we got a comment coming from Laura at Laura down 9232 says, "I have just woken up and this is what I'm listening to. Fuck me."
Well, that's legit what happened to me. I fell asleep waiting for the game, and I woke up. I'm like, oh, the show is still on. And like I told Cy last time, I think I would either wake up or stay up just to come on the show than I do staying up to watch the game.
So
that's actually what happened.
When I see women do that, I think that's bold of them to curse and do that. I think they're badass when they come and
Laura
curse
is
like that.
badass. Laura is one of a kind. She's one of my favorite humans on the planet, and we've never even met. I hope Laura is like an inspiration for me to finally visit Scotland. I've never visited that part of the Isle, and I'm tempted. Here it's a beautiful place. Anyways, Manny, what's on your mind, brother? Besides just checking in, I mean, what's anything you want to share?
No, man, just that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether we get a lottery pick, a top 10 pick, a top 15 pick. If Steve Kerr is still our coach and Brandon Pajemski is still there, we're not gonna go anywhere. The favoritism, the overly usage in minutes that Steve Kerr gives to baby pods, which, by the way, Sai, I think you're secretly a Pods fan because your email is Warriors2, which is Brandon Pajemski's number, is for pod.
Hey, Sai, so when I watched the Manny, so when I watch the Warrior games, when I see Steph Curry starts off very cold, and then he starts going fucking ape shit and starts drilling all kinds of fucking shots.
Wait, Shardall Manning has a point. Warriors 2, and is 2 Pajemski's number?
Yeah,
2 is no. So Manny, so what I was trying to tell you is that when I watch Steph Curry on TV, and when I watch Steph Curry on TV, when I watch Warrior games, Steph Curry starts off cold in the beginning, and then he goes fucking ape shit, and he starts drilling threes, and people are like, "What the fuck, dude? What the fuck did he just come in our building and start doing? It's somebody else's building."
Well, I mean, Steph Curry has been doing this for how many years?
No, so he goes in every arena. Steph Curry steps and he goes ape shit everywhere. Crypto.com arena goes ape shit. Portland, he goes ape shit. Chase Center ape shit. Everywhere ape shit.
And he does, but he can't carry us to a championship by himself. That's unfortunately the problem, and everybody else that's surrounding him is very inconsistent, with the exception of the ankle bracelet or the ankle weight that we have, which is Brandon Pajemski, that Steve Kerr keeps giving him 30 plus minutes every single day. No one questions Steve Kerr. What are you going to do when Steph is not here, since Brandon Pajemski has proven that he can't get the Warriors? I mean, Brandon Pajemski's record in the Warriors, or the Warriors record with Brandon Pajemski at the so-called helm, is worse than the Sacramento Kings. So how can you possibly think that there's a future there? And yet you still have the audacity to continue to give this man so many minutes. It's like the definition of insanity. Doing the exact same thing, expecting for something to change. Stop giving this kid so many minutes, bring him off the bench, use better rotations to hopefully have a better outcome. But as long as Steve Kerr is still our coach, we're not going anywhere.
But Steph Curry is 38 years old. Steph Curry is 38 years old. He's not a kid. He's an adult. He's a grown man. He's almost gonna be 30. He's almost
By the way, Manny, Podziemski played 40 minutes and 30 seconds tonight. 17.7 rebounds. Again, just 2 assists. And the turnovers. He was second on the team tonight in turnovers. A lot of ugly ones. He had 4. Guy Santos, that was 1 blemish on his stat line. He had 5. Chardol, I apologize for doing that to you. I just had to say something. Go ahead.
For me, Manny, so when I always see Kawhi Leonard on the court, that son of a bitch is always doing something. I hate that. I hate him so much. Kawhi Leonard.
Son of a bitch. Manny, congrats on being engaged, brother. That's official, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Bravo.
We're actually
Bravo.
getting married May 4th by the court, and then August 29th is the actual ceremony that we're gonna invite some people in.
Where's the honeymoon?
Manny, so when
That's
figure
low key
marriage-
private, Si.
All
We
right,
may
so
actually.
Would you? I could be Manny's a groomsman, right? Maybe I could wear a nice suit and be your groomsman. Would you? Babe, when a wedding, you need a groomsman who takes the bride down the aisle.
Chardol, if you wanted to be my groomsman, I would have to stream this and send the link to Sai, so Sai can cast my wedding with you as my groomsman.
But the groomsman doesn't bring the bride down the aisle either. Isn't it the father?
It's normally the father, but he wants to bring me down the aisle.
Chardol's like, I'll do it. I'll give her away for you. I'll leap right to that role.
Hey, Chardol, you can be my groomsman, and Sai can just be the officiant.
No. You know what I can be. I can be the pastor who's saying like, now you may kiss the bride. I should do that.
No, Chardol, you know what I think you would do really great? As the ring bearer. You can bring the wedding rings down.
So I feel very special now. That I'm,
should.
I feel very special to be the ring bearer.
Chardol, Laura Doan again, who, side note, by the way, I said she's in Scotland. She's actually in England, but I still want to visit Scotland. But Laura is saying, Chardol, we need to start seeing the closer's face. Are we ever going to see her face?
So when I'll show my face to have the lady, to have Laura on the show, because the guy should show his beautiful face to the lady.
Wait, hold on, Chardol, didn't you say last game that if the Warriors won, you were going to show your face?
But this was not. I'll do it next. No, you know what I'll do? I'll do it for the Suns game, because that's the one that determines whether you face OKC. So that's the better game. The Suns and Warriors game.
Just do it when you're comfortable, buddy. I don't think anyone really cares that much. Manny, congratulations on everything, man. I'm happy for you. I'm not happy for you that you're up this early to go to work. That is psychotic. What time does your day start? Like in terms of your work schedule?
Well, I work at a hospital, so I come in at 5 o'clock in the morning most days, and I live an hour away.
Respect for what you do. Have you watched the show The Pit?
No.
Hey, Manny, it'll be a better. You know what would be a better job for me to do? Be the DJ for the party. Provide the music. Spin the turntable. Spin the tracks.
You can be the entertainer. We can just give you the microphone the whole entire time at the wedding and just let you run the wedding.
I'll spin. DJ. Hey, Sai, would a DJ be a good job for me? Spinning the tracks, getting the music, keeping the party going, pumping.
You have the best view as well, and you can kind of flirt with the ladies while you're pumping music out. It's a good gig.
I should be the DJ.
I think you should, yeah.
You know what you should. What I should do if I be the DJ? Do you think maybe Manny should provide me the equipment, and he can pay for the equipment, and I can DJ.
Yeah, I could. Hey, Chardol, we'll do this. Whenever your dad takes you and Sai court sides, the day after I'll get you the DJ equipment.
Oh yeah, there you go.
And I could DJ at your wedding,
Yeah, we got time for the wedding. We just need you to get Sai onto the court side.
Isn't DJ a good job to do, Sai, to be a disc jockey?
Easily, yes. Not as good as Great America, but it's still good.
I should be the DJ.
You should be the DJ. There you go. Manny, do you want to stick around for the one score we're going to present?
Yeah, sure, that's fine.
Okay, I'll stick. Can we both stick around for the one score?
Chardol, I mean, yeah, you're the closer. That goes without saying. By the way, Chardol, Nicholas Kerr. God damn it, you got me. Nicholas Kerr in our chat. I hate when he does that. Writes. I'm not an
SGA
fan.
I told you SGA does not have anything to do with Oklahoma City Thunder.
Right,
Why
it's
keep
Chardol
saying
Gupta.
that? It's Chardol is great. Chardol is great and awesome.
Shardall, Great America.
Shout out Great America.
There you go.
So Shardol, are you okay with me being your with me being the co-closer today?
We could both. I'm the closer. I'm okay if you be the co-closer. I'm okay with that.
For one night. For one night,
it's okay.
and then we'll hear about it on Sunday night. So, but for now, it's okay. Shardall, there's a
so I have some heartbreaking news to share with you.
Heartbreaking.
The San Jose Sharks have been eliminated for the 7th straight consecutive season this year.
No playoffs?
They're eliminated. They're not going to make it to the playoffs. They're out.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
The San Jose, they lost. The Sharks are playing the Nashville Predators. The Predators had to lose that game, and the Kings were playing the Seattle Kraken. Both teams won, so now the Kings have knocked the Sharks out of the playoffs, and now the Kings are in the playoffs now.
Bad night. Just a bad night.
We have a moment of silence for the Sharks getting eliminated from the playoffs.
That's a shame. Well, but Shardall, someone else in the chat on a lighter note. Hold on, let me. I think it was.
So we have two heartbreaking things to share. The Sharks are out of the playoffs, and the Giants are on a 4-game losing streak. They've lost the 4. They're going to get swept by the Cincinnati Reds. I'm having a bad day
Nicholas
today.
Kerr, Shardall, wants to know when is the wedding with your dance teacher?
What are you talking about? Wedding with your dance teacher?
I think what he's trying to say is that are you gonna marry your dance teacher?
No, I'm not gonna marry my dance teacher.
Why?
That's unprofessional. I'm not doing that.
Shardol, then you should bring your dance teacher to my wedding, and then I can dance with her.
But I would ask her, but I'm not sure if she'll be comfortable with that.
It's okay. I dance all styles. Don't worry about it, Shardol. I got you.
So,
Shardall, how was your dance? I was trying to find a bunch of people.
My dance lesson was my dance lesson was very good, and my instructor has been saying that when I dance, I'm getting way better. I'm improving on my dance. I'm getting way better. I can sweep a woman off her feet.
She said that to you?
No, I can. She said you're such a great dancer that why don't you sweep me off my feet?
Wait, she asked you to?
No, she told me that you're such a great dancer that you can sweep me off my feet.
Okay, so the first thing. So she said, "Wow." Did she say that as you were like dancing?
As
with
I was
her,
dancing,
like,
she said you could sweep me off my feet. You're such a great dancer. You could sweep me off my feet.
Did she say that to you like while you were dancing?
No, she said that while I was dancing.
Why'd you say no and then you said yes?
No, she said what? No, she said it while I was dancing. That answer to that question is yes.
What kind of dance were you doing with her when she said that?
Like I was doing a waltz. I do salsa and waltz, and then I learned Manny and there was this movie called Along Came Polly that Sai told me about. That's the way I got into ballroom dancing from the movie Along Came Polly. No. Sai told and then he showed me that, so that's how I got into ballroom dancing by that movie. Ben Stiller.
So wait a second. Let me get this. I just want to get this picture clear here. So you were dancing with your instructor,
and she said, "You're so."
And hold on. And she and you're doing the waltz or whatever this style was for them. The waltz, right?
The waltz.
And you're doing the waltz, and she's grinding on you, and then she tells you that she wants you. Is that how it went down?
That she wants me to sweep. She wants me to sweep her. She wants me to sweep her off her feet.
Did you get excited when she said that?
Yeah, when she said that, she got excited when she said that.
Or did you get excited?
I got excited when she said that.
Oh yeah, dude.
So see, my voice is not hoarse this time, right? Last time my voice was
your voice is back. Your voice is back. So what are you gonna do about her? Are you gonna ask this?
I'm gonna ask her
to go out.
To go out with her.
You should.
And then she might say yes to me.
Worst that could happen is she says no, and then at least you know then that's no longer an option.
You know, hey man, you know when Steph drops 50 on the Suns, Stephen Curry should say Steph Curry's that motherfucker. Remember when Pat Spencer was that motherfucker?
Whoa.
Yeah, but I don't think Steph will actually.
No, remember that? Remember when Steve Kerr said that word live on the air? He said that, and then Steve Kerr felt so guilty about saying that about Pat Spencer. I've never heard a head coach say that. I bet he felt very nervous.
Mr. Silax in our chat. Mr. Silax in her chat is saying your dance instructor is 75
She's not
years old.
She's not 75 years old. They're in her mid 30s.
Mid 30s.
So not 75. They're not old.
So yeah, no that's about your age, Chardon. Okay.
Yeah, I'm 29. I'm turning
that's
30.
Perfect. That's appropriate.
She has her mid 30s.
That's very age appropriate, Chardon.
I'm not gonna dance with an old lady.
No, why should you? Mid 30s.
So
what does she look like?
They look. One girl's Hispanic. Her last name is
Skinny,
Munoz.
thick. What kind of body type?
No, not thick. Just curvy.
Curvy. Okay. Do you like curvy? Is that your type?
I like curvy women.
All right. Manny, what's your type?
Actually, my fiance is petite, but has everything that's needed. We'll leave it at that.
All right. I like the diversity and
So
interest.
you have a media credential for the Warriors. Could you take me down to the floor, because maybe when the ushers ask me, I can tell them that my friend Sai does a YouTube channel called Golden Days, and then he has a credential. Can he take me down?
You got it. Let's do the courtside thing first.
No. So you have a credential. So maybe the ushers who work at the Chase Center might say, you can just tell them that there's this YouTube channel.
Yeah.
When he does a Golden Days show, he has a credential. Could he do a special, just something special for me and take me down to the floor?
Sure. Mr. Silax wants to know, does your dance instructors have
They don't have a
body type?
I don't know what rotund body type means.
Nicholas Kerr wants to know, is she bald?
No, she's not bald.
Like a long hair or short hair?
Short
what's the
hair.
like?
Short hair.
Chardon, why don't you get your own credentials? I'm pretty sure you can get there.
No, but I don't know. But I don't know if I can get them.
Just work hard at it.
But how did Sai get his credentials?
Well, email him. Email him Warrior24pods, and he'll give. Remember, he's a secret Brandon Pajemski fan, so he can give you the information how to get credentials.
How did you get your credentials? Can you please tell me how you got your credentials?
I was an intern over 25 years ago, and I developed my relationships by working with a radio station many long time ago, and I'm lucky that the head of PR then is still the head of PR now. So the relationship was sustained. But more importantly, going back to your dance instructor, Chardal, Slimy Gum wants to know, how many children does your dance instructor have?
No, none.
Oh, it's just there's a single, no kids.
Single, no kids.
You got to go after that, Chardal.
Chardal, how many teeth is she missing? Is she missing any?
No, she's not missing any teeth.
Okay.
All right. Well, what's side note, that ain't stopping Chardal. That ain't stopping him.
That ain't stopping me.
No teeth.
This handsome look.
And no teeth means they can't bite. Oh! All right, we got one score on the night.
Hey, man,
Yeah.
you know what my dancing? When I went to when I go dancing, you know what they said to me? They said, "You're a bad boy."
Hey.
That's probably why she wants you to sweep her off her feet. Probably take her down to the ground too.
She said, "You're a bad boy who wears a leather jacket and rides a Harley."
She said that to you?
No, she said that you're a bad boy, and then I would want to ride in wearing a leather jacket and come into the dance, take my dance thing off and throw it and ride on a Harley, and then ask the women to sit on my Harley
Chardal, you're
Davidson.
squandering opportunities here. Something tells me your parents set you up with these dance lessons so you can meet your future wife.
Yeah, I want to meet my
grinding on these
future
women
wife
every
and
day.
riding on these women.
You're wasting an opportunity.
Manny, I want to ride a Harley.
One game on the agenda tonight, and that was the Sixers eliminating the Orlando Magic in the East. No, not eliminating. I apologize. Sending Orlando to a sudden death game. Philly is your 7 seed in the Eastern Conference, beating Orlando tonight, 109-97. Tyrese Maxey, 31.6 assists in the win. Desmond Bane, 34 points in the loss. And that's your scoreboard.
So in the Hornets game, LaMelo Ball just got fined $60,000.
$35,000.
35. No. He tripped Bam Adebayo.
I know.
That gave him 35,000. He also cursed live on the air on a post game show for $25,000. So
too
35 and 25 equals 60,000.
Right. Good call. Yeah. Good call on that. Good call.
Yeah,
on that.
and he's
Yeah, Manny.
fine. He's fine for 60,000. Like
All right, it's time to go. It's time to
LaMelo Ball should not have tripped Bam Adebayo. Now he's out for the rest of the year. The best player on the Heat is out for the year. Just
Rick
because
Barry
LaMelo
will
Ball
join
tripped
the
him.
show tomorrow, tentatively 1 p.m. Pacific time. We'll get a reaction to this unbelievable game that the Warriors win. Again, final score tonight in LA. The first win by the Warriors at Intuit Dome in franchise history. Their first win at the Clippers since November 2021. The final score 126-121. Manny, final words.
Hey Manny,
sir.
so I in my bracket I picked the Heat. I picked the Heat to win. Hornets won. I picked the Magic to win. Sixers won. My bracket's fucked up.
Yeah, and then you picked the Warriors to win. So
Yeah, my bracket's fucked up, man. I have a fucked up bracket now because I picked the Heat. I said Miami Heat's gonna win. Hornets won. I said Magic will win. Sixers won. See, my bracket's fucked up now. I'm not. That's why I don't make a bracket.
Yeah, don't make it.
Now the Warriors
worry
won't
about
even make it in the first round. So see, then my
Don't
bracket's
worry
gonna be
about
even
it.
more. Then my bracket's gonna be even more effed up.
It's fine, Stardall. Don't worry about it,
No,
man.
but
It's
what I'm
fine.
if I fill out a bracket and I get all those picks wrong, I'm gonna be like
You're
at
okay,
the negative.
Stardall.
I'm gonna be at a 0 percentile. I'm
You're
not gonna
okay,
have
buddy.
anything.
You're okay, buddy.
No, but
NJ
I-
Shaw Jr. in the chat is saying that Rick Barry probably doesn't agree with me. We've already talked about this, and Rick
What are your
Barry's made
thoughts
it
on the
very
NBA?
clear. As a player, he understands winning. From an
So what-
organizational perspective, he 1,000% agrees with me. So
what are your thoughts
that's Rick's
on the
take, and
play-in
we'll hear it
tournament?
again
What are your
tomorrow.
thoughts on the NBA play-in tournament? Do you think that it is
It's
rigged?
just time to go,
and then
Shardall.
you
Manny,
think-
great to see you, brother. Shardall, say
Good
goodbye
to see you,
everyone,
man. Hey, happy
Hey,
13 months, brother.
please. Thank you, brother. Thank
And
you
I'll
for
be
the
your
loyalty, the
I'll
support.
definitely get courtside tickets to the Warriors game, and then you could buy me DJ equipment. I could be your DJ at your wedding.
All right, sounds good,
All that
Stardall.
together. Bye, everybody. Thank you.
It was great being the closer. I'll definitely see you on Friday, April 17th for the second playing game between the Phoenix Suns and the Warriors. Hopefully the Warriors win that game and the Suns are out, and then the OKC and Warriors are going to be in the first round. I'm hoping for that.
I know you're hoping for that.
Hey, Sai, it was a pleasure being your closer tonight.
And the Warriors are gonna. And the Warriors are gonna sweep OKC in 4 games. It's gonna be a sweep.
Bye.